there's always this moment of panic, like right before we go live. Just like, oh, shoot you, dragon!
We still have a body! Oh, phew, I still have legs.
The name of the stream is Full Party, except that it's actually Solemn Occasion. It's like, stand up straight. Fuck, get your microphones ready. Shit!
You know why we didn't call it Solemn Occasion?
Why?
Because nobody knows whether it's 2 C's or 2 S's or how to spell it. Do you know what I mean? It would just be difficult to spell.
O-C-C-A-S-I-O-N.
Mm-hmm. I'll show myself out.
Genuine concern is on your face right now.
He doesn't know how to spell occasion?
Let's play a game.
Ocasión.
Let's play a game. Is it concern or bad contact lenses?
Story of my life. Liz, are you openly weeping? That's my god, I swear.
I have resting bad contact lens face.
Yeah.
Even though I have glasses on.
Sometimes I like to double up. Oh, hi.
I mean, hi to everybody out there. I mean, while
He's
we're
not
just...
talking to us.
I don't talk to plebeians like you.
Oh.
I'm a monk. I'm from Canada. Plebeian? Come on. Come on. Ooh.
I'm a monk from Canada.
It's a rough, eh?
Said very few people. People we know, though.
Truth?
But there we go.
Are we doing this right now?
It is on. I'm just not speaking.
You can listen to her chew in a moment, though, that's for sure.
You can get some bag wrestling action going on here, too.
I'm trying to hide it.
Just,
So that I'm not tempted to eat a cookie in the
just
middle
pull the Band-Aid off, Files. It's okay.
Ah.
Thank you, Speckled Bird, for the sub.
Ooh.
That'll be a nice thing to see for everybody. Hey, you're on session 6. Do you know what that means? Just so that you guys are aware. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means you have 5 sessions to go until your Essence 2. Like that, you're already there.
That, I don't think that's a good thing. I'm gonna get very concerned.
Is it great?
Well, as soon as we level up, everybody else does too. You know what I mean? All the NPCs. Not so good.
Right?
The process of going up in your essence
Jess?
is that in this game it used to be that like it was you had to actually spend experience on it, but
Yeah.
you had to make that sort of choice. We just straight up don't have a cable connected. So let's see.
Oh,
if
it's
we can
under
get-
your chair. I see it.
It's right down there on the ground, yo.
Oh, right by
Still
your
by
left
your
foot.
feet.
We got this, guys. Don't worry.
Your friend.
Is this an appropriate heroes, folks moment?
It might be, yeah.
So is this an appropriate moment for us to be like, come back, Kate?
Come back.
Yeah. I miss you.
There we go.
Hello. I'll just see myself out.
Oh, no.
No.
My favorite is that you plugged it, like you attached it to your shirt and everything, and your pants. I don't really attach that.
I have no excuse for myself.
I was just off.
Oh my
I was
God.
getting ready to get up and check connection, and then I never turned myself back on. We're fine. Everything's fine.
I hear that soon we're actually getting an intro to your to the Journal of 5 Paths Ascending.
My goodness. I can't wait for this.
I can't wait for it too. We'll have to wait a little longer, but I can't
soon.
wait for it.
Okay.
However, that is a good segue into tell us what the fuck happened last session.
I will, and then we're going to talk dice after that. So, last session from the Journal of 5 Paths. Literally, like 25 episodes from now, John's going to be like, oh, shut up. Okay.
He's already there.
You guys,
25 sessions.
Yeah.
Be like
It's a bit
2
flattering.
sessions.
That's a bit...
I just mean it will get louder, progressively louder every time.
Oh boy.
Climbing aboard the Golden Puppy proves more difficult than it seems, as Paths, River Jade, and Pellio, who is very nervous, admit to never having been on a ship willingly. Captain Medine has never had the ship sink, although the 3 previous captains did. River Jade and Nyx climb up to the crow's nest. Is another ship following them, maybe? Nyx suffers a surprise panic attack and is carried down by the solid Jade.
Way to go, Nyx.
The golden puppy is
solid.
becalmed as another ship sails up. The golden-haired terrestrial, you know, from the village, Lady Rain, all that, commands them to stand down, but River Jade needs no tools to fix a cracked cannon. As the main mast gets toppled, the enemy combatants cry out, but Captain Medine rallies the sailors, or should I say, Pellio rallies them, disguises. As Five Path skips along the water to blow up the enemy, what the hell? The dragon-blooded takes on the three others. River Jade defends Pellio, gets hit, and cracks his ribs. Pellio does his best, Lady Rain, as Nyx finishes him off. Five Paths hangs 10 as How surfaces. Lady Rain's possessions soaked through. It was a full party. That was a Pellio original. That was a Amira original.
Title reference. Title drop. We got bits for that title drop, too.
Oh, it was so good. It was amazing. Yes.
Oh, for real? Nice.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get bits. Sometimes you guys get other playthings, though. I mean, I'm looking at the table, and it's different from what it once was.
So we all received wonderful gifts from one Aragwen. Incredible, beautiful new D10s. Well, I had mine last week, and they were pretty good. Thanks. But yeah, we have some jade, some gray and white ghostly ones, and some party dice.
Yeah, exactly. And one a boat as well.
What a boat?
Well, just the party.
Oh,
You're not going
I got
fast.
it, sorry.
A tangential segue at best.
Amir may get a Pashmina Afghan that is nautical themed.
No, please, I'd love that.
But truly, a wondrous gift, and like,
Thank you.
I was very moved.
I wish I'd been recording when Amir saw the dice because he was so excited.
Yeah, it was just the greatest. Thank you so much, honestly.
And how many D10s did you get?
20 each?
20.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're actually prepared for the
Fistfuls
pools
of
that you're going to
dice.
get up there. See, I have my sets here, and I have to make sure that I have as many as I can possibly fit, because eventually I'll just be rolling more than you because I get to do that.
We'll see about that.
Aw. Thanks again, Aragwen.
But we know what you guys have. We know where you guys are, which is about a very long way from anywhere, in the middle of an ocean. No mast, no sail, no hope.
We have
But
River
at
Jade.
least a full party.
Yay!
Any questions before we begin? Did you guys spend any experience?
Yes.
Yes. What did you buy? 5 pads?
Thanks. I'll start. I bought Awareness 3. I also bought a new charm, Imminent Solar Glory, which sounds really impressive, but it's only somewhat impressive. It's a lore thing you wouldn't understand.
Ouch.
Not you, I'm talking to her.
And me.
And you.
Laura, 0.
Yeah.
What?
Lord Zero, however, wits 5.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
That's
We
I have
both got
joined
with
the
5.
clan of 5-dotted witty solars.
Witty peeps.
I went shopping, and I spent a really ungodly amount of experience purchasing my 5th dot in wits.
It's a lot.
Which I'm very happy with, a purchase that will no doubt come in handy. And I also increased my Pellio's awareness. My own awareness is 5. Pellio's awareness to 3.
Or 0. Damn, says Mongani. Yep.
We have a walking encyclopedia with us. Sorry, skipping. We don't need it, right?
Oh, that's great. So that the instant that he decides that he just, maybe wants to use the bathroom or whatever, the rest of you are just like,
First aid.
Oh God, no.
Nobody bought sail.
Alex, did anyone buy some sailing?
I didn't think I was allowed because we're still on the boat.
Great question.
I've learned nothing from my experience, so clearly not.
I probably will after today. I'll be honest.
Or is it just going to be that thing that none of you are any good at?
I mean,
It's the crafts of this campaign. I bought Tiger's Dread Symmetry, which is a presence charm. Gives me bonus, one bonus die to presence rolls, and it allows me to re-roll a certain number of non-successes on rolls to intimidate. No, one bonus die to all presence, and then I can re-roll on
like
intimidate.
Generally?
Yep.
Is it permanent, or do you have to? You
permanent.
pay?
No.
You don't pay? It's a free die.
Correct.
Oh my God.
You don't pay? You don't pay?
Oh,
I think she
I
should
pay
pay.
for all my dice. Well, not
I just bought awareness 4.
Yeah.
just in quotation marks.
That's pretty great.
I feel like looking at all this ocean and sky has us like
really inspired
like
me.
jacked up our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were staring at that portal a long time.
For a second until I followed you.
Yeah.
And saved you, let's be
Let's be real.
It is one of those things that I find is the greatest irony. I don't know about the rest of you, but I actually know how to rig and operate a sailboat. I have one in sail. But of course, when we're role-playing, we're bound by our sheets to a certain extent, right? We've chosen what our characters are good at and what they're not good at. We have created an alternate persona. And sometimes it's fun to see those personas just have no idea what to do next. Be that as it may. It is in these struggles that we actually find drama, and it's in the drama that we find the fun when it comes to role-playing. That's how it is. That's how it always is. You can't be perfect at everything. Exalted come very close at being amazing at everything, but never all the way there. So as you're sitting in the middle of a sea with all four of you woefully unprepared for the rigors of sailing, at least you have some people around you who possibly know what they're doing. But then again, they may not have the ability to solve this mess for you. And so while all four of you may have that extra dot in sail tucked away in the back of your head, I don't know, maybe do any of you actually know how to sail?
In real life?
Been on a sailboat.
Actually, I'll have you all know that I am a certified skipper of the Royal Yachting Association. And I
How many lives have you led? Like, this is actually insane.
yeah, no, it's a story for another day, my friends.
The fact that it's
but-
royal that makes me
Yeah.
really excited.
Well, I used to live in the UK, and I got certified as a skipper, and spent quite some time aboard yachts in the Channel. That is a story for another day, however. And
I'm here.
I think
So
it's very
as-
much a story for right now.
So as
Always.
Amir watches you all flounder
Hey.
and has to flounder himself, that's where you are, caught out into the middle of the sea. I'll remind you that you have 4 levels of lethal damage just
Yeah.
hanging off you.
Yeah.
Speckled Bird, yes, Amir is the most interesting man in the world.
it's true.
With the,
Live up to it, man. You gotta
with
own
the
it.
possible exception of like his family, like there may be more.
No, my older brother is actually the most interesting person in the world.
Hey.
I think that's the first time the player has better stats than the characters. Kung Fu Fenris. Indeed. Yeah, we are in many ways opposites, and in many ways not.
I was gonna say, like,
Yes. I'm discovering the similarities and the differences as we continue on this journey. Somebody please stop me from continuing this sentence, for God's sake.
We can.
I just find you so fascinating.
The ship has suffered a certain amount of damage. Most notably, the main mast has been completely destroyed. And then instead of, holding onto it, you pushed it off the ship to break the gangplank between the two to help prevent the ship from being boarded. A good idea at the time. There are oars stuffed in the hold if you really needed to. However, you are very far from anywhere that you could potentially row to in any reasonable amount of time. Thankfully, the stores on the ship seem relatively intact, so you still have enough food and water. And you weren't carrying much more than a couple of horses, so there's no animals in the hold to get swept away. But the sailors around you are definitely looking a bit like, we just got caught in the middle of a fight that has completely boned us. The other ship has made its retreat. It is away as fast as its little sails can carry it. And the wind picks up around you, not that it's going to do you any good.
Oh. Is the ship heading back the way it came?
Yes.
Theirs, yeah. Okay. Sorry, the port.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna go well for you guys. Sorry.
Don't forget that you are also still carrying that massive portfolio.
Yes. It's like slightly damp because I surfed.
It's not slightly damp.
It's okay. I'm gonna dry that shit out real quick. I'm gonna spread it on a line to dry.
I'm going to try to do the same thing with the diaries. Everything that was thrown overboard of Lady Rains.
I'm just like checking on the sailors to make sure the ones that fell overboard have blankets.
I'm going back into the cabin.
Into the captain's cabin or into your cabin?
Well, it's his
Or into
now.
someone else's cabin. I don't know. You're a rogue agent.
Into the captain's cabin, where I
God.
spotted a rather fetching turtleneck that I'm going to put on. It's kind of a turtleneck sweater, because I'm feeling a bit of a chill.
As Pellio?
What are you doing here?
My clothes were damaged.
Do I look like I give a damn about your clothes?
I understand you've been very kind to us. However, I must beg...
Give me a drink.
Of course. What kind of a drink would you like?
Do I look like I already care?
Okay,
Just give me a drink, please.
Ooh, playful. I can improvise with that. I'll be back in just a bit. And then I leave, and I go back up, and I find, whatever the sailors are drinking, and I...
The sailors are currently not drinking. The sailors are currently... or some of them are.
Not for long. Have a little hot air on them.
What do you chaps do around here for alcohol? Do you have any swill down in the cabins I can...
Check the galley.
Right. Which would be where?
It's below decks, Pellio. I can go with you.
Oh.
Can't you see that we're completely...
It's not for me. It's for the captain.
Oh, well, that's great. Nadine's gonna get us out of this one, isn't she?
I'm sure she is. Did you see her in that fight? Magic.
Oh my god.
Right. So I go to the galley.
Yeah, we're heading down together. Because I was down there. I know where things
You know
are
where things
relatively.
are. You are observant and full of lore.
Where's Nyx?
Nyx is on deck.
She just sort of...
She's laying out the
Chilling.
diaries, trying to, dry them a little bit. But she's also keeping an eye on River Jade. River Jade, you need to rest.
I'm okay. I'm just gonna make sure there's some more blankets for these guys.
You were slashed by a diclave.
it's not so bad. And I kind of like limp away to find
Oh,
more towels.
To be fair, you're not bleeding.
Cool.
Exalted don't bleed.
Damn.
With medicine 1, could I make a roll to
See how actually hurt she
see
is?
how actually hurt she
Yeah,
is?
go ahead. It's a difficulty 1 roll.
So is that perception or intelligence?
Perception on that one. You easily find alcohol in the galley alongside one very wide-eyed, very young-looking cook who is trembling off in the corner. Is the fight over? He looks like he's probably like 14.
Yikes. Yeah.
I'll go and I'll fight. I'll fight. If there's no one left.
No, there's no need. We drove them away.
All is well, my boy.
I knew that you could.
I'm not sure we did, but
We
we
did.
made it happen.
We made it happen.
You're-
And in exchange, we need your help.
Okay.
Do you have access to any spices that would help to refresh this glass of alcohol that I will be speeding to your captain?
Cardamom?
You have cardamom.
Just
Wow.
a little.
That changes everything.
It's not going to succeed, but I'd like to read intentions.
On who?
Any on Pellio.
On Pellio? Yeah, well, it's not going to succeed, but yeah, go
I
ahead.
have 4 dice. It could happen. I'd like to know if he has any intimacies towards food,
May I
refinery.
recommend something?
Pardon?
Why don't you stunt that read intentions roll so that you can actually have a chance?
That's what I like to hear. I also then turned to the cook as well. Cardamom, that's very exciting. Wouldn't you agree, Pellio? She's not very good at it.
5 paths, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Surely a young man who's led a monastic life hasn't really had access to real, proper cardamom.
I knew it. You're one of the chosen. Is that why we survived?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not one of the chosen of the dragons. That's all I said. I'm not saying any more.
I thought I was seeing things.
What did you see?
I thought I saw a man run across the ocean to make it to the other ship.
Well, you know that's not impossible.
No, that's why I think there has to be chosen on board. And none of us are chosen. So it must be you. You are. You look like you're somebody special.
You know, my dear boy, in moments of great turmoil and stress, the mind can play tricks, deceive a person, and make them believe that they've seen things that they haven't.
But the chosen are real.
Yes, I'm sure they are. But I can assure you that we're not particularly special at all. What we do need, however, is just a smidgen of your finest cardamom so I can take this drink to your captain.
What's your
Guile? 2.
All right,
And you have to roll your read intentions too.
Oh yeah, I guess I do, right? I'm just gonna.
Did you
Do
stun?
you have any intentions towards the Exalted?
Well, you're not gonna like this. I don't think I actually do.
Oops.
The Immaculate Order. I mean, like tangentially, John.
Tangentially.
Like not. That doesn't have the word chosen or Solar Exalted in it or whatever. But I have a major intimacy. Someone is hiding the truth about the first age.
Yeah.
It's kind of tangential. Yeah. I have intention or
It's fine.
ties to intimacy, to
Yeah,
chosen
but-
people. No.
No. He hands you
Still need to know this.
a
Did you
cardamom
I
pod.
don't think so.
It's just a tiny one.
That's
It's probably the most valuable thing in the entire kitchen.
Oh, damn.
What'd you get?
5 successes? Read intentions on him. It was whether you had any intentions towards food or finery.
any intimacies
Intimacy, sorry.
related specifically to food.
Yeah.
Nothing specific to food, no. I mean, no, nothing
Okay.
about food.
Okay.
But I mean, a love of the fine things of life.
Okay.
I think an appreciation for, refined cuisine, but not necessarily an intimacy. I
Okay.
wouldn't go so far as to describe it that way, but thank you for your interest.
Okay.
And I look forward to the next...
Next time I try to read intentions.
Lemon Eater L, have I pronounced that right? Have we established if it's green, white, or black cardamom?
White.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't want this.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh.
You're too kind. I take it and I put it in the alcohol and I rush over to the captain's... I wanted to say the captain's log for some reason and I realized...
Captain's log.
Yeah. The captain's quarters. Yeah.
I'm staying behind with the kid for a quick sec. You seem to be running, so I'm not gonna.
Your secret's safe with me. I know what I saw. I know you're a hero.
Don't tell anyone. I did what I had to do, as I'm sure you would have done. My friend's half right, you know. He said in moments of great stress, the mind plays tricks. I mean, that is true. But it also gives us access to power. You have power inside you, right? It's sort of more of a metaphor. Oh, right.
I do have power. I know that now. Next time I'll be brave.
Just don't do anything stupid.
I mean, what do I look like? Somebody who would get on a ship without knowing anything about them?
Speaking of, do you trust Captain Medine?
We've been traveling with Captain Medine for 6 months, 2 years, a long time.
You're not sure?
I only started. This is my first voyage.
It's a very eventful one then.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I was going to die on it, but at least I know that I've got power. Here.
I don't think we're going to die out here.
Well, we don't have a mast. And I mean, we've apparently one of the cannons got fixed, but
I think you'll find that Captain Medine and some of my companions might have more ideas than you think. I'm sure we'll think of something.
maybe you could just push the boat and run behind it while just pushing. And you look like you could run for days.
Thank you. I don't think I'd be able to do that, though.
The sailors who are getting blankets
Yeah, I'm
from you they look almost pathetically grateful. And Hal, who's curled up under his own, is still kind of pacing the ship, and he's kneeling down next to each one, laying a gentle, reassuring hand on a shoulder here, making sure that somebody has something to drink there. But he's doing this almost kind of under the radar. He's definitely not making a show of himself doing it, and it almost seems that just as he leaves each person, they almost forget that he had even been there.
I rolled 3 successes on my medicine roll.
Yeah, she's got 4 lethal, but that's she looks hardier than your standard person. That's still less than half of her total health levels.
Okay. I've gotten myself a drink, and I am sitting on a pile of ropes on deck.
Not a
just-
dead body?
No.
Throw you
That's
some
good.
blankets to hand out. Here, can you grab the other side, please?
Fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
You encounter the person who used to be in the crow's nest.
Oh. Shauna.
Shauna Red.
Shauna Red.
That's a good name.
Here.
I know who you are.
What do you mean by that?
I know what I saw.
What do you think you saw?
I saw your friend run across the water towards the other ship.
That's impossible.
In what world is that impossible? Just because I can't do it, and because you can't do it, doesn't mean that it isn't impossible.
If he could run across water, why is he here on a boat that has no time left?
Because it's a very far way to anywhere.
Maybe he's magical. Maybe he can run for days.
For somebody who barely managed to keep her breakfast down while sitting on a mine,
That was uncalled for.
so's lying to me. My entire job is watching and knowing what I see.
Okay. So you saw this. What do you intend to do about it?
What is your guile currently?
My guile is 4.
You know?
I know, right?
Well, I don't know yet. I know how to keep my mouth shut. But I also know that we're going to need help to get out of here, and it isn't going to come from Captain Medine.
Well, maybe the help would be a lot more helpful if it knew that it could trust everyone aboard. So maybe think about that before you talk to someone about what you saw.
I talked to you. I don't care for your threats.
It wasn't a threat. Believe it or not, it was assistance. These people out there who have abilities, they're being hunted. They can't just go and make a show of what they're able to do, not if they want to stay alive.
What do you mean hunted?
By those who are jealous, by those who feel threatened by them.
The realm is full of the chosen.
The chosen have enemies.
Other chosen.
Exactly.
Why did that man decide to come after us?
We got into an altercation back at the city.
You didn't pay us to carry away somebody who was going to get us all killed.
Last I checked, the only one who got themselves killed was the one who attacked us. So I think you chose the right side.
And some other people on the other boat.
They don't count.
Wow.
Jade, just shut the fuck up.
Heroes, folks.
What are you doing, bro?
Say
Really killing my
like
vibe.
Pass killed a few people too last time.
I'm also a murderer. Look at me.
Pellio, by the
it
time you
once.
get back to the captain's quarters, she's just looking at this and she's trying to shake.
Oh no.
I wouldn't bother with that swill. I've got something that will whet your appetite. A concoction of my own.
Oh,
Just be giving me whatever you got.
A secret recipe from my actor friends in Nexus. A libation we enjoyed after our shows. No, don't drink it too quickly. It must be enjoyed, sip by sip.
What's the point of drinking it if you're not going to drink it quickly so that you can get the good drunk started right away?
that's rough.
This is not a drink to get drunk by.
What's your name?
My name is Pellio.
We're all going to die, Pellio. So we might as well start with getting the drunk on first.
First of all,
We can't prevent if that ship decides to come back. We can't fight again.
I can assure you that they won't be coming back. We do find ourselves in something of a predicament, given that our mast is now sunk several leagues down into the sea. However, I think if we put our wits together, yes, our wits, of which some of us have more than Can I just ask? Can I beg a moment's indulgence, my lady captain of the sea, that I might? I don't know where that came from. Sorry, I know I'm taking a while with this. I saw a lovely, very fetching turtleneck sweater in your cabinet. I couldn't help but notice, and I'm feeling a bit chilly. Can I wear it? It's very nautical. It's very in keeping with where we are right now. What I'm wearing is not appropriate for...
Take the turtleneck.
Thank you. Now we can talk about getting out of here.
At least you can be swathed in something fashionable before you find yourself sinking.
So I go over, I put the turtleneck on, and I...
By the time that you get your turtleneck on, she is out the door.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Captain,
Right.
hang on a minute. I follow her wherever.
Look alive, mates. Don't think we're getting out of this one. We don't have a mast. It's gone. Don't know what happened to it.
Don't you remember? You kicked it out.
Did it? I did what? You daft. So, we're opening all the stores. Just head into the galley and make yourself nice and toasty.
Done. I'm off.
Captain, you had mentioned something when we first got on board. I
Yes.
finish swaddling a human and go over to you.
You say it like an alien. You said that like you weren't a person. That's amazing.
You said when we first got on board that this ship wouldn't sink. Is that true?
Well, what's your name?
It's River Jade.
River Jade. Ah, yes. All right. So, a river is made of water, yes? And water has a way of claiming those who decide to tarry in it for too long. We don't have a mast anymore, which means the golden puppy is right fucked. We're all going to die.
Well, I think we can figure something out.
You know, everybody keeps saying that we can figure something out, but I'm not convinced. Listen,
You're the captain. Shouldn't you be the one to...
technically I go down with the ship. That's sort of the rule.
Right, okay. But you have a...
Oh boy.
Are you...
The sailors just sort of turn away from her. This
Oh,
is like,
God.
And then you distantly hear, she used to be cool for about 10 seconds.
Oof. Captain Nadine.
That's you.
What?
I reach out just to pat her shoulder. Sorry. I think you
Someone
have...
taking a bite out of you, lass.
It's fine. Look, I
Don't
think...
stick me whole hand in there.
Okay. We don't really need to... Just look at my face, okay? You need to be the one to rile people up, to get them to work. It's your ship. It's your crew. they're looking to you to do this.
It's my ship. It's my crew.
I don't know.
Oh, God. No.
I saunter back with my ale. How's the speech going, Jade?
Great.
And she takes the now empty flagon and just chucks it overboard. You hear this distant little...
Okay. Okay. All right. So last.
Right!
Oh, paths.
I've decided after much consideration that we're not going to die. Don't think we're going to die today, yeah? The accent's all over the place. What am I doing?
She's kind of wasted. It's fine. I think we're good.
Yesterday I had to do like 8 in a row. Like, hold on here.
It was really
A lot of
impressive.
accents yesterday. It's ridiculous.
Right, so don't think we're going to die today because we've got ourselves some friends. And the friends say that we're not going to die, so we're going to be listening to them. And believe me, we're going to listen to them too because they paid for all of us. And I don't believe I want to make sure that the fine jade that they've been giving us will go down to waste right at the bottom of the sea. So we're going to find ourselves another mast. I suppose we could get 6 of them to stand on each other's shoulders and just hold their clothes behind them.
I like that idea.
It's a terrible idea. They'd get ripped apart. Of course, at least we'd get to see some sailors without their clothes on standing on their shoulders, right?
True.
I don't think that's the direction we want to be
Captain.
going in right now.
Captain, this one repaired the cannon using only her hands.
I had a hammer as well. It was only a minor thing.
We keep that cannon around just as a good luck charm. It hasn't worked in a very long time. What are you doing? Do you have the hands of those who would create a mast out of thin air?
She's very crafty.
I could maybe. If you can supply the materials.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to me quarters and I'm going to fall asleep.
Okay.
Which means that I can't necessarily see what you might be doing to me ship. So I can't be telling anybody any lies about what you might have done to me ship. But if you fix me ship, it'll be worth your while.
Actually, that's a great idea. Why doesn't everybody go and take a nap below decks? It's been a long day for everyone.
Right?
That's not suspicious.
Tree
at
bells.
all.
Tree bells for everybody. All watches go, and we're just going to listen to these. Wait a minute, that's not a good idea at all.
What?
Why should we all go to sleep?
It's been a rough day. You must be stressed.
You're gonna steal me ship.
There's no ship to steal.
That's a good point.
Good point. Roll me your manipulation
Medivh.
presence, and I'll give you 2 extra dice for that.
Thank you.
Aragorn, next, I supplement my basic guile by being obvious as fuck when I'm tricking people.
Nobody ever suspects the direct lie.
Exactly, right? That is 3 successes.
Okay, everybody just pile up. You, and she points to the person who is sitting in the crow's nest, Shauna Red. You stay. She just walks back to her quarters, closes the door. And everyone else just has this sort of either waddling in their blankets or leaving, and just they then leave all of you on the deck. Except for, of course, Shauna Red, who's just standing there. And how doesn't go down.
Right. Ms. Shauna Red, could you tell me the basic construction of a mast? It's just a stick with a blanket on it? Is that the idea?
So we are all going to die.
No. We'll figure this out. I just need what's the, never been on a ship.
No, it's a big stick with a sail attached to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and start sketching out what the mast used to look like. I'm also going to start making another sketch on the other side, but I'm not telling anybody what that is yet. but I.
It's just a picture of you and River Jade holding hands as friends.
And there's like Nyx and Pellio on the side, but they're both dead, and there's arrows pointing at them. I'm kidding.
Okay, so you guys are working on that. Could I have you roll your intelligence?
They're wearing like beautiful colors.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Sail.
we're like the anarchists.
That's cool.
It's true, you are both
Yeah.
wearing black.
And I'm going to ask you to roll your intelligence crafts.
Now I'm gonna roll
One success.
drinking.
Nice.
One success is enough for you to know that, I mean, it's high enough to, you know, like you need a stick, it needs to go high, sail, sail.
I got 6.
Okay,
Erglin, your dice are awesome.
so what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cannibalize other parts of the ship in order to construct the sail. You are relatively sure that using your charms, such as Craftsman Needs No Tools, that you can do this. You could actually build not only a mast, but also create a sail that will get you out of here. It won't be pretty, and it probably won't last for much longer than the journey, but you could do it. As long as you had some decent sailors able to keep it going. So not you four.
Right, obviously.
Fair.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna share my like basic sketch of what the mast used to look like with River Jade. Well, with everybody. Hi guys.
The crow's nest fell down.
Yes,
I was in it when it fell.
yes.
So,
She jumped out. She jumped out and held on. to
oh,
the-
I thought you said Shauna in the crow's nest. Stay in the
From
crow's-
the crow's
From the
like,
crow's
yeah,
nest.
From the
The person we
Okay.
met there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not up there right now. She's on the
There
deck.
is no up there.
Someone get me down.
I'm stuck. Hello.
Hello. I don't think this will be any easier, River Jade, but in the far north they have very strange ships. I only saw them once. Because of the mountainous terrain, it makes travel by land impossible. They have... It's as if they take a skin, a balloon, fill it with air to make the craft rise, and then it can be controlled while in the air. Sort of like this, and I show her like it's just the ship with like a zeppelin like sketched above it, essentially.
Okay. You trying to skip the whole thing and just like get an airship?
No, I'm not trying to get anything. I'm just suggesting that we could maybe
Do an airship?
build a blimp. I don't know, man. It's not really a blimp, I guess. I'm not sure if this would be any easier, but if you feel that you can reconstruct the ship in the condition that it was, we could try that.
Okay. Can I take this?
Please.
Thank you.
I'm going to go back to the damp book of sketches from Goldilocks and have a look through those as well.
I'm gonna go over to where the railing is. I assume there's like pretty long railing that's wooden.
Yeah, a gunnel.
Okay. Cool. Nyx, Pellio, I need your help removing this railing.
Okay.
Do you see these? Do these look like hands that work?
Does this look like
So-
a face that cares?
Shauna just punches the deck, and she stands up, and she walks right over to you.
Are you feeling okay?
Well, you were hiding that entire time. Our captain came out and fought with brilliance, respect, and poise. And this one managed to defeat. You don't talk to her like that.
Oh, it's true, Pellio. Where were you during all of this?
I don't think that's very useful.
And her finger just like hammering against your rib cage to emphasize each point, except that she's so apoplectic that she's just like, and you, what the, I smell the alcohol.
Thank you, Shauna.
I was
Perhaps
I was protecting the kitchen boy. A fine boy, 14 score years old. Score? Why not?
You know what to score?
Yeah, so he's literally
He has lore 0.
280 years old.
He might be one of the chosen.
A young boy of 13, 14 years. Scared out of his wits. I went to make sure he was okay. That was the responsible thing to do. I'm not a fighter. I'm an actor.
Today, you're her ship hand.
Again, and I raise my palm. Have a look at these. Look at the cuticles. These are not fingers that work. I can help in other ways.
Pellio, do I...
How are those fingers at swimming really long distances because a ship sank in the middle of the
I can help
ocean?
in other ways. Why don't I... Look,
How about
I'll-
you find a mass? A blanket of some kind, something we can use.
I can find a blanket. I'll
Bunch
find
of
you a blanket.
scarves sewn together, maybe.
I'll help.
Thank you.
And she walks over and she like spits on both of her palms, rubs them together, and then she heaves and it does absolutely nothing because she is not strong enough to do this.
Yep.
Yep.
Shauna, this is great. I'm going to help with my hammer.
Okay, so I pull and you hammer.
Sure.
You'll let me know when it's hammer time? And she comes down and she just starts
I
getting
just
ready.
like get kind of emotional
That's like a
for a moment.
6-episode arc right there, guys. That was
And then I like bite
a
it
long way to
down.
go for that joke. That's good.
John,
Yeah.
I'm assuming my hammer's still out at
I
this
mean, it
point.
can
That
be.
I
It's up to
haven't
you.
I haven't replaced. I put
Sure.
it anywhere since we fought. Okay. Next, you have the other side. Shauna, you've got that side.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go on the count of 3. All right.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And
Hammer
then
time.
I slam my hammer down as hard as I can with all my might onto the ledge.
Okay. So using an extended period of time, you start dismantling as much as you can of the ship safely in order to craft the sail. So I'm going to have you've already rolled your intelligence craft, so you know the plans. Now let's see how well you can actually execute that. You are going to need craftsman needs no tools because your hammer's not going to be good
Yep.
enough for all
Nope.
of this. And you are going to need to roll, this is going to be an extended action.
Okay.
So this is going to be, I'm going to have you roll, and it's going to be a dexterity crafts.
Can we all assist in some way?
Yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, do any of you have, I know have tailoring,
Yeah.
so that can help with the sail.
Yay! I'll be in charge of sewing.
I'm spending 2 motes as
Okay.
well.
So you can roll your crafts as well.
Oh, great. Dex
Yep.
crafts, Dex.
Where are we headed after this?
I have 5.
And I have 1.
After an hour, the mast is in place. After another 2, you have a sail ready.
That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's going to earn you some more crafting experience. We'll deal with that at the end of the session, but gotta get up, gotta start building that, gotta get that craft
Get that
experience
silver
train
going,
rolling.
yeah.
Silver experience, gold experience, white experience.
So after it's done, I kind of step back and I'm visibly exhausted. I think at this point.
Probably. I mean, you are pretty injured.
Yep.
We're going to have to head to the nearest port. What was our destination before?
I think it was Port Callan.
That's close enough. Is that where we're headed?
That's where we're headed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And she gets up, she heads in, And the first thing that she does is she looks for the captain. The captain is passed the fuck out.
Oh man.
And then she comes back out.
Smelling of cardamom.
It's times like this that I start considering that word that we don't say on ships. And she starts rousing all the sailors and just starts shouting at them, using terms that you're not familiar with. And people start piling it onto the ship. And there's some muttering because all of a sudden there's no gunnels. And so therefore somebody can just walk off the edge of the ship if they wanted to. And there's a certain amount of tough shit, otherwise we're here forever. And the ship starts
Sinking?
move.
Oh.
And the ship starts moving again at a pretty impressive clip. You know that this mast will survive, at least as long as it's going to get to the port, but that's about it.
Which port?
Port Callan.
Port Colin, okay.
Was the
destination, is that where we're...
I think
That's
originally we
news
were
to you guys.
Yeah, that we were intending to go to Lookshy, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, which is
Right.
slightly
Yes,
further
yes.
south.
When you guys were in the cabin, River Jade and I went to speak to the captain,
Right.
and I said,
Yes, of course.
"Can we stop off there?"
Yeah.
Nix, is there something in Port... Oh, did we have this conversation last session?
Not us.
I think we're good. Is there something in Port Colin?
There's something
Jade?
that I need to check up on there.
Does this have anything to do with what that woman told you?
Yeah. I need to make sure that somebody is alive, not imprisoned, not being tortured. Should be fast. We'll be on our way soon enough.
We won't be on our way in this vessel, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
but we can get horses, we can continue by land, we can find another ship. We do not need to stay there long, I promise you.
What would be wrong with staying in Port Colin for a while?
It's not a good... It has its problems.
Read intentions? What's your guile? 4?
4.
2 extra.
Yes! Didn't do anything. That's on a bunch of things. There's one there, though. No. No. No 5 paths.
No, 5 paths.
I will read intentions.
Ooh!
Yes. I mean, intimacies to do with Port Cullen and what it is in Port Cullen that is so pressing. Details on
Sure.
who the person may be and so on.
And so on.
You get it.
Favorite foods.
Charisma socialize? What am I?
I think it's perception, socialize.
Perception socialize. Right.
Oh, here.
Thank you.
Oh, here.
Just take it.
These dice. Mwah.
And then he threw them across.
Fuck 'em.
1, 2, 3. 3. Oh boy.
Ouch.
Never mind. But now that we are speaking privately, I think we must turn our attention to our friend, How.
Hal is currently next to River Jade. He's got some strips of cloth that he's wet in something, and he's very carefully just applying them just over where your wound is. It's not going to make him heal any faster, not much anyway, but it is going to make you feel at least a little bit better.
Thank you.
They say that we're going to reach the port in a couple of days.
At that, I like down the rest of my of my drink. Like, I'm gonna go get another one.
I think we gotta wait before we start drinking too much. What is it that you need to know?
Where did you go? And why?
I told you I went to get the sailors who had fallen off the edge. They've gone overboard. Somebody needed to take care of them.
And how did you save them all?
Do you think you have a monopoly on the Chosen's ability to help?
Well, tell us a story about it. How did you do it? Regale us with your heroic tale. You saved a number of lives.
Yes, because I know how to swim. I'm strong. And I have the ability to do so for a long period of time. And I'm very good at ignoring things that would otherwise put me under if I'm doing it in the service of someone else.
So if you're such a great swimmer, can you go and fetch the mast? That plank of wood that fell overboard that we needed to put the thing up and do the thing and have the thing go fast.
I don't think we need it anymore.
Well, no, but
So what would be the point?
making conversation.
How is
I want to know what the problem is that you have with me. I understand that I was there when you happened to be imprisoned, and I get that you resent me because there have been those who I have had to end due to the wild hunt. But I've done nothing but help you. I paid for this ship. I helped get you out of the port.
And your God of mercy, am I correct in understanding that? Have I formulated that sentence correctly? Is that an apt description of your... You seem quite upset. Do you think you can call upon your God to help us now and show us mercy and assist our passage back to shore?
Mercy has already sent somebody to make sure that you have mercy. Me.
Yes, well, can you invoke the powers of your divine master and speed along our passage some way? I mean, we're not in a particularly merciful situation now.
That is the element of my exigence. My God sacrificed herself so that I could do this for you. So that I could act in creation in her stead.
Okay, well, can you help us get to shore? Can you do anything to assist?
Pellio, can you just stop?
Fine. And then I just walk over to the bow, and I
Lean against
I
the
roll,
rim.
yeah, I roll up the turtleneck, and I breathe in the sea air and take in the view, watch the water rushing past me, and I sing myself a sea shanty.
Who hurt him?
What's the sea shanty sound like? Can you give it to us like
I'm
really just
going
like off
for
in
a
the distance?
refill.
Oh, for just one time, I would take no...
Look, I know they can be a lot sometimes.
So happy to be here.
And rude. But your help really is,
At least he's alive.
yeah. But your help really is appreciated. I want you to know that. At least it is by me.
I still have to leave you once we make landfall. Apparently.
I think
I need to make my way back to Numa.
I wish I could go with you.
You're too young. You're too young and you're too inexperienced. You're going to need to learn a lot more about how this world works before you're able to go in a place like Numa ever again.
That is what I hope to do. That is going to be my journey, and I think the four of us, as I like look at singing Pellio off in the distance, I think together we will be able to learn much.
I want you to remember
Jesus.
that it is through building that you have managed to get these people back to where they need to go. But it was through destruction that you bought the time necessary to do so.
Five pads.
Yes.
A word.
Is Nyx looking at either one of these two when she says that?
No. She's just doing this.
All right.
Is she
okay.
jerking her head specifically towards Pellio or just jerking her head?
To a spot away,
Ah.
away from the peeps.
Okay, so as we walk over, I don't see why you have to say anything to me privately that you can't say in front of River Jade.
You're the only one who's curious. So, oh God.
No, I'm
Never mind.
No.
I'm going for a nap.
No, please tell me.
My heart.
That's fine.
Heart goes out to this guy.
I said I didn't have a brother. I do have a brother. And I need to check on him. He's back in Port Colin. I left that place behind me. I left the people there behind me. I really don't want to go back. But,
So,
yeah.
just so I'm clear, you didn't want to go back to Numa so I could check in on those people I cared about, but you're happy to take us to Port Callan to check in on the people that you care about.
No one at Port Colin is plotting our demise.
Right, that's the difference, I understand. I just wanted to be
It's
clear.
also on our way to somewhere else.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think happened to you?
I realize that you grew up as a monk, so convenience is not really a word in your vocabulary, but it will be very soon.
Why?
You have to take the road with the least amount of obstacles sometimes.
The path.
The path of least
Damn it,
resistance.
it was right there.
Paths.
I enjoy the wordplay, but I don't think I agree.
What would a typical day be like for you back there in Numa?
I don't think there is such thing as a typical day. The sun
I
rises
don't
each morning
believe you.
and it is...
Sometimes we get blueberry scones. Other times
oranges.
it's honeycombs.
which we had to harvest with our bare hands. I still have the stings.
You doing jazz hands to show off your stinging? Oh my God.
I'm in pain! Sorry.
Just before you restart your conversation, just so that everyone gets a chance, you can reset your motes to willpower because you're going to be sleeping 2 nights, and River Jade, you'll heal all of your damage. Hal is going to continue to administer to your wounds, so you'll get that advantage in healing. So
Thanks.
Ooh.
It- I just don't think that the only things I've ever learned in life have come through hard work and trial. Taking the path of least resistance wouldn't get you anywhere. You wouldn't learn anything.
It gets you to your destination, possibly unharmed.
The journey is the destination.
Wow. We do not see eye to eye.
And then we both just turn to the
knew
camera. Yeah, that's true.
That's not a surprise.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry that it would
Never
seem that
mind.
I'm sorry that it would seem that I don't necessarily care about your brother.
No, you don't have to care about him.
It's been
I'm
so
not
long.
asking you to care about him.
What do you think happened to him?
Maybe nothing.
maybe everything.
And I don't even know that I owe him anything. But this is just something that I have to do.
Do they know? Fuck, do I know? Yeah, I do. Do they know?
About. He was there. It's possible he deduced something, but he's not the sharpest tool in the
A
shed.
minute.
He was there at your second breath and you think he might not know?
He doesn't read much. He does. It's really hard for him to get from A to
He's
B.
really dumb.
Kind of.
Has a lot of weird plans with baskets.
I can't.
Basically, the last time I saw him, I exalted and then ran away. And Lady Rain was there too. So I left him with her, and maybe he paid for what I did.
I hope not.
We'll see.
You should tell the others. I think they would want to know. Just what we're getting into, at least.
We'll see. I already know.
River Jade already knows. I don't think Pellio cares.
I think Pellio might surprise you.
We look over, and what's Pellio doing right now?
He's still singing. Yeah, he's breathing in the air because he finds that the sea air has a oddly calming effect, and it sort of coats his vocal cords and gives him a gravel that he has not quite, so he's enjoying the sound of his own voice, essentially, as he calls upon the sea to guide the passage to shore.
Wait, what's this giggling going on here?
No, I love it.
That's exactly what's going on.
I'm laughing because I love it. I love that he's in his own world calling to the sea
Yes, no, it's...
in this actor way.
And the feeling of he's enjoying the feeling of the turtleneck along his throat as it warms and sort of gets him in that sort of vocal space that allows him to call upon the sea, call upon the winds. And that's essentially what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't think Pellio cares.
And then he kind of looks over wistfully and then looks back. Yeah.
Like, go and say something.
No. What? No.
Okay, River Jade. Sorry, just as I was just checking, you've actually only healed one of your health levels.
Okay.
My bad.
So
You're
it's
only
just the
traveling for 2
minus
days.
one?
Yeah, so just the minus one. So you still have 3 health levels.
Get deaded again.
Is it still, it's still the -1 penalty?
Yes, you still have a -1 penalty. So, after 2 insufferable, possibly, days at sea,
It's probably not very nice.
it's Shauna Red who first calls it out. Port's up. I don't think there's much of it left.
What? I'd like to scramble up the mast. I'm not going to the crow's nest, but I'm going like
So
halfway
she's
up
not
the
on the
mast.
crow's nest. There isn't a
Oh,
crow's nest.
good point. Can
She's
I-
just hanging off the rigging, like looking out. Because I mean, building a crow's nest on this like jury-rigged thing might not be the best plan.
I'd
but
like
you
to
can go out
scramble
to
up
the
as
bow.
well, yeah. Oh, okay, sure. If I can see from there.
It's the wharf outside has mostly been destroyed. There's lumber just floating in the sea. Past it, you can see the buildings are half up, half down. They look like they've been torched.
Is there still smoke rising from? Like, is it recent? No. Okay. What happened?
Is there any sign of movement? I mean, we're both at the bow.
There seem to be people moving around, yeah.
I'm gonna yell it. I start to yell it out, but then I go towards Nyx privately. Tell us about Port Colin. Who rules there?
It's a happy, unburnt sort of port.
It's a regular old town. I mean, it's
Little town.
such a quiet village. Every day. Wow, Pellio, you're right. The sea air does wonders.
Hey.
My family liked to think they run the town. They were part of a criminal empire that stretched about this far.
So you're from Port Callan.
Yeah. Home sweet home. I wonder what happened to it.
Oh, it didn't always look like that.
No, it looked like a shithole, but it never looked this much of a shithole.
Right. Should we
Shauna,
go
is
somewhere
there
else?
A way?
Should we?
I don't think we can.
There's a
Pellio.
rowboat. You can take the rowboat in.
I'm going to the rowboat.
What about the rest of the crew?
They can remain here on the ship until you figure out what's going on. We can't dock.
Okay. The rowboats.
I am in the rowboat.
I'm
I'm getting ready to lower the rowboat.
hang on,
know,
hang on. I'm
yes.
coming down as well. I'll come with Nix.
How did you
I don't
want
think you're gonna like it, Pellio.
I can't be seen with you any longer.
Better than the sea.
Keep an eye on that.
Marginally.
Somebody write that down.
You'll see
if
me
he still
again.
believes it.
I hope so.
You will. But I'm going to stay here on the ship for now to see if there's anything else that I can do for them.
Okay. I follow.
Nick's already like pretty much lowered it all the way.
You can just like jump.
No, I haven't. I was getting.
No, no,
I was
I know,
getting
I'm sorry,
prepared.
sorry.
Now I'm starting to lower it though.
I know, I'm sorry.
I jump in it. She's rowing. You're like lowering it.
So you need to exercise a certain amount of care because there are still just floating lumber. But as you sort of manage to steer the rowboat into and onto shore, this wharf always smelled of trade. There's always something being put through here. But now it just smells like sand and sea and salt and ash and smoke. And somebody starts staggering down the beach towards you, hands outstretched. And a woman who looks like she's wrapped in bags of flour that have been sewn together just comes forward. Oh, good. You're here. You're the help, right?
Who are you?
You've lived here for quite a while.
Yes.
So you would recognize her after a second. She's somebody who used to work on the docks just as a quartermaster.
Do I know her name?
No.
What happened to the harbor? What happened to all the ships? What?
They burned the harbor and the ships.
Who?
Was the realm.
The realm did this?
They said that there had been evidence of dissension. Of course, we've never openly done that, but they insisted that there was evidence of dissension.
Or what is that?
Dissension?
Like rebellion.
Yes.
Rebellion.
Stirring of a rebellion.
Cool, thank you.
Where is everyone?
Most of the able-bodied they took, conscripted into their army. They said that it was a way to teach them proper respect. The rest of us have been here. They promised that they would send relief. That's you, right? But they would have told you. It's all right. We have some food left.
How many are you?
We're about half the people who used to be here.
How long ago did they leave? And which direction did they go in?
The armor's been marching south for about 3 weeks now. But it's okay. They'll feed them. They're part of the army now, right? That's what they do. They feed their soldiers. So they're all right. We just have to make sure that we can make do with what we have. We may be old and young, but that doesn't mean that we can't scrape things together. I bet you're tired after your journey. Why don't you come back to where I live? I can serve you food.
No, we can't take your food. That's not
Can you
right.
just excuse us for a moment? I think we need to speak, the four of us.
Can I start walking in the direction of where
3 of us.
the boss's old hideout was?
Yes, you absolutely can start
Cool.
walking. So Nyx just starts walking.
No, I was actually going to propose that we follow her, so if she's already figured that out, let's go.
We will return. Our friend just needs to check on something. You should know we may not be here long, but we are going to do everything we can to help.
Yeah.
Nix.
I bet soup. Soup. It's always best when you make lamb.
Power walking man.
And then she sort of gets a sort of distant look in her eyes, and she starts heading back towards the village. So, sort of in the same direction as you. Nix, not all of the buildings here are destroyed. In fact, most of them are still somewhat intact. But it's clear that when people came through here, they were trying to make an example.
Okay.
None of the structures here were incredibly nice.
No.
I mean, the inns, some of the inns were like halfway decent because every once in a while someone would come through who was something of a deal. But the place that made noodles, just gone.
Noodle place.
This is as bad as the pork bun place in Exalted. God damn it!
So
So I dropped to my knees in the middle of the square and just screamed, no!
oh, by the way, your whole family said, "But they're noodles." And it's true that of the people who are here, they're either young, younger than 15, or they're old, older than 40.
Super old.
Well, it's not super old, but
John, based on kind of what I would know about the like actions of the realm, I think it's not unheard of to conscript people, obviously for specific kind of missions and stuff. But is it not a bit strange to do that, given that it might provoke more resistance and or like this would have been the work of a house?
why don't you roll
Right.
me your intelligence lore?
Lore!
I have a that's the immaculate order.
Lore horse!
Lore horse. I'm spending some motes.
Yay.
I'm spending some
Spend and some mo.
because I really want to get a bunch of successes on this, guys. Gotta.
Spend some more.
Fistfuls
I get a
of
bunch
dice.
back actually with my charm.
It's exciting.
Oh my god.
It wasn't the best
Remember that
roll.
ones don't cancel.
No, I know, but still, that's so disappointing. I will
That's it?
take them all back. I know, but I got 3 successes.
3 successes. It's better than no successes.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just kidding.
So 3 successes.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to tell Nix this? If they came through here and took all the able-bodied, you're correct. Normally this would be seen as a rather drastic move. It probably means that they're going to return and raze the city to the ground.
I think I'm gonna hold on to that for a minute.
Five
But
has, why do you
probably-
look constipated?
But probably not for some time. They'd be trying to get the able-bodied people as far away as possible so that the news wouldn't necessarily reach them.
Right. Until it's too late. That's
Port Colin's not a. It is a significant port. So the thing is, what they would probably do if they destroyed it would be then to at least establish a new trading outpost, but one much more tightly controlled by the realm itself.
yuck.
That's super gross.
I mean,
They're bad
war is hell,
dudes.
man. Yeah. Okay. Where are we going?
To see my uncle.
Do you need backup? Or would you prefer to do this alone?
Come with me. Wait outside.
Right.
So you're approaching the tent?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I walk in without knocking. I just like barge in.
What are you gonna knock on? The canvas?
Exactly.
So, as you barge in, I think it's probably appropriate for us to take our break here.
All right.
And I go in, I go, where is he?
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Let's take 5. We'll come back. We'll see if anybody's actually in the tent. And we'll see what's going to go after that. Stay tuned. behind the curtain, sitting with a table that is groaning with baskets of fruit, flour, and others that are sealed shut. There's a small little screen in the back of it where there's a silhouetted figure behind, hunched over something, and you can hear the click of bits falling on bits. Are you being particularly stealthy?
No, I storm in.
Okay, so what are you doing? Who is that? Where are my guards? And like the screen gets knocked over, and this small, pudgy man peeks up. His beard is patchy in various different places, and his hair looks like it might have been just pulled from its roots a few times. But your uncle is wearing clothing that's much finer than it used to be. And he puts his fingers on top of the table, and he looks up and he sees that it's you.
Does he recognize me?
Have you made any effort to conceal who you are?
Well, I've shaved my head since leaving.
That's true. Beyond that?
My clothes are significantly different. And he never really looked much at me aside from through the screen, so I wonder.
That's possible. Let's find out, shall we?
Stands up like extra tall and does this.
Who are you?
What happened here?
And he stands up and he draws himself up to his full height, which is just not.
I'm looking down at him.
That's fair. I don't know why I should tell you, but I should say that entering this tent is death.
Does he have 2 lit candles on his table?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Uncle.
You came back. Well, it's too late. You can't have any.
You've been doing all right for yourself.
Haven't you seen?
Can I roll a read intentions on him?
Oh yeah, sure. His guile is 3.
We're doing a hilarious thing where all 3 of us are like pressed up again. Like I'm sure all 3 of us are like, is she okay in there?
Yeah.
You should have waited.
One above the
All you
other.
needed to do was wait around until the getting was good.
Oh.
I suppose they would have conscripted you into their army. Maybe I would have bribed them to keep you here, but I doubt it.
She did run away, I suppose. That's a good point, actually.
I mean, for good reason.
8 successes.
Wow!
What are you looking for?
Let me tell you.
Everything. So I want to know if he has any intimacies towards the realm. I would love to know if he's actively trying to conceal something from me. If there's anything that he's hoping I don't ask about. Say Minute. Say his wealth. Say, where's everybody else?
You got 8 successes, so I'll be kind.
Yay!
Yes, he has an intimacy towards the realm. It is sycophantic gratitude.
Oh, you fucking.
Ugh. I don't even know how
And
to
he
spell that.
Is it major or
has-
minor?
It is major.
Oof.
Okay.
And he has an intimacy towards Minute. Guilt.
Oh.
That's a minor.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since I sold my son into...
Oh god.
You finally crawled your way out of the small time. You sold out an entire town.
It's easy to steal from people when there's no one around to prevent it from happening. I should point out that your uncle is probably kind of on the bubble as to whether or not he would have been conscripted or not.
But he wouldn't have been. He was their fun little.
You see-
What would that be?
You see, I do
Yes.
have to tell you, my darling niece, that there was an event that happened here. Someone decided to go and get themselves the attention of the realm.
And I see someone was really quick to jump on the opportunity to crawl up the realm's asshole.
Sorry, so much louder than I anticipated too.
You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate. But I will say this. They offered me quite a bit.
How much?
It was the right price.
You're still living in a tent. So clearly it wasn't enough.
At least I had the good sense to keep my excellent hair.
Could I pick up a tomato from the table and smush it on his head?
But you can pick up a tomato.
Okay.
Smushing it on his head is a combat action, actually.
Okay, no, I'm not right. I'm just gonna pick up this
He's
tomato and
not
start
that much of a
tossing it.
pushover.
Start tossing it.
Would you like a tomato? I could give you an awfully good price on it.
Interesting.
It's all right. Family can run a tab. Minutes is rather high.
So what'd you do with him?
Are you coming back to work for me now? I have to say, the look doesn't really suit you. People will know exactly who you are.
We'll see if the price is right. How much are you offering?
He looks you up and down. You've probably gotten a little bit more toned since you left. %. Now, I should point out that that's way more than he ever would have offered you anyway.
That's still
It's still pretty
a
pathetic.
pittance.
Well, it's
According to Pellio
13%
phrase.
of not much. But I should point out that he has enough stored in this tent that he could essentially own this town. At least a good portion of it. If they're going hungry, he has the ability to stop that.
Yep, he does. He does. Is it just you these days, Uncle? Operating alone, are we? Everyone else was conscripted?
Oh no, I have help.
Who?
I don't really understand why you're asking me these questions if you're not loyal.
I'm weighing my options,
It's fair.
trying to determine if this place is worth my loyalty.
From the outside of the tent, as the three of you are, fucking Larry, Curly, and Owen,
Yes!
you see some 13-year-olds start strolling up. They're carrying rusted weapons. They have them drawn, and they're approaching you. There's 6 of them.
Hello.
You need to get out of here right now. All of you.
And you're gonna stop us if we don't leave?
Starts tapping his sword against his hand. It's not very intimidating, but he seems to think it is. Get out.
No. Are your parents around?
He charges you.
Oh,
I just step out of the way.
He trips over your foot and sprawls into the tent, and then the other 5 take like a step back.
I reach down to help him up.
He lets the sword go. You have to go. If you don't go, we're not going to get a chance to eat.
What do you mean?
If we don't protect the tent, we don't get to eat. You gotta go now.
Who's in charge of this?
The boss.
Who's the boss?
You have to go. And he like stands up and he pushes against your like hips, except like it's not much because he's tiny and you are River Jade and you have like strong like bull.
Yes, it's true.
Yes, it is true. Get out of here, little one.
Just like holding his
Yes.
head. Look, we're gonna fix that. That's not right.
You can't fix it.
You'd be surprised.
If they come back and they see that he's not here, everybody in this town is...
See that who's not here?
He angles his head towards the tent.
The boss. And by they, you mean the realm? Or who?
Soldiers. They come by every week.
Okay.
How many?
20?
And they come and speak to the boss in the tent?
Yeah.
We're only waiting for our friend. She has a meeting with him.
If he sees you, we don't eat. Please, just go.
Maybe we could just move a little further down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Would that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
He picks up his sword again, but like he doesn't point it at you.
I think it would be better if we could all eat. Don't you?
You left. I hold the cards. And the only reason why I'm giving you such a deal is because I think you can be useful.
So tell me everything. What kind of deal did you make with them?
You know, the difference between you standing on that side of the table and me on this side of the table is that you don't get to make the rules.
Not so much.
I don't have to answer your questions. I don't owe you anything.
I walk around to the other side of the table. Now,
Tell you what.
tell me what was so great an idea just a few weeks ago, and yet magically didn't occur to you for the past several decades. What did you do, and why?
He picks up a couple of dice. How about we roll for it? High roll gets to ask one question, and the other answers it.
It's metagaming.
I love it.
Well, he's holding a cube. He's not holding a 10-sided die.
Still.
Damn it.
How many are you rolling? One?
Just one. What'd you get?
7.
Okay, so that's essentially you rolled a 5.
What?
You
Like
because
on
it's
a
a
6.
cube.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, why is there a 7 on here?
Like, John, that makes no sense.
Roll me your perception larceny, please.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good number of dice, too.
3.
You see he lifts his hand and he shows a 6. You're almost certain that the dice are weighted.
Ask your question.
Roll 4 dice.
What are you looking for?
You're rolling limit.
Oh.
Okay.
You just got cheated
Yep.
and you took it.
Yep.
How many successes?
2.
That's 2 limit for you.
Okay.
Oh no.
The first to get limit.
Woohoo!
It's true. You are the first to gain limit.
It's true. It's no surprise.
Is that an achievement? I feel like that should be an achievement.
Did
We're gonna find out.
It's a total achievement.
What do you care? You already left us. There's no reason for you to come back. Clearly, it's been good for you.
Leaving, yes, it has. This place is like a pestilence for everyone except you.
Well, at least that's good for me. Rolling again.
Is it nice being the king of a pile of shit?
Better to be king. He rolls a 5. What did you roll?
8, so
Okay,
6.
so you rolled a 5 as well. Go ahead, I'm feeling generous.
What was the deal?
I hand over the anathema, and they instill a certain amount of trust in me.
Who did you hand over?
What do you care? Minut's so thick that he doesn't realize what's happened to him.
Piece of shit.
Do you really expect them to believe that Minute is the chosen?
They believed enough to give me this.
A bunch of fruit?
And I already hoped.
This is today.
Torch this place.
Jesus, River Jade.
Poor. I have no idea who the actual one is, but I don't care. Whoever it is either long gone or dead.
You really don't care. This is your name tied to this deal. It won't take them long to realize that Minute is nothing special.
A name is like a good cloak. I can always take one off and put another one on.
Not the name you give yourself. The boss.
I am the boss here.
The boss of what?
Is she laughing properly?
And he slams his fists on the table
really
and
funny.
just
It's really funny.
rises back up. He picks up the dice and throws them across, and you see little bulges in the tent, like as the dice go there.
You play with weighted dice, Uncle. Of course you're going to win, but what? You sit in your sad little tent eating your sad little tomatoes. Who are your guards, Uncle? Where's your kingdom?
Oh boy.
It's right here. I have everything that I want. I don't need to answer to you or anyone else. And I'm getting tired of your face, your accusations, and the stubble growing out of your once fine head of hair.
Can I grab him by the back of the neck and hold my ring up to his throat?
Oh yeah, you totally
Okay.
can. This dude is a total, knob. He sucks.
Can we get that in the character description? Real brick wall, are you catching this?
He's a total knob.
Like he sucks. It's funny, I'm also getting bored.
Jesus. She's
Anything happens to me, and they're going to tear this whole place to the ground.
Good thing we've got an actor.
Good thing I'm traveling with the greatest actor in all of creation.
I'm not playing it. I'm not playing that role. I refuse to play that.
Thanks, Real Brick Wall.
Thanks, Real Brick
We
Wall.
got you. I will do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Fuck, Pellio.
Damn it. 4 for 4?
How often do they come back to check on you? Speak.
Not to you.
Oh, poke him.
Are you poking him as in you're poisoning him?
No. Just putting a little pressure. Oh, come on. I know a sniveling coward like you values your life.
I know that you're too smart to kill me.
My friends aren't.
Yeah, no, but really, like,
Speaking of the friends,
yeah.
Speaking of the
they've
friends.
chased you,
Two souls and a dude.
chased you just, a couple of meters away from the tent. And they try to make it look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like one of them gets a little enthusiastic and takes the flat of her blade and just spanks it against Five Pat's thigh. Get going.
I'm moving along. Don't have to do that.
How long have you been doing this? When did this start?
Shut up.
Excuse me?
I said, shut up. As they look around and they
It's not really nice of you. How long has it been?
couple of weeks,
Only a couple of weeks?
that's when it happened.
Right.
Can I attempt to instill an intimacy into these young
These
fine young children? That,
You can attempt to instill, but you're going to have to work either against an existing intimacy or you're going to have to bribe them or threaten them. So,
I will go for the bribe option.
okay.
My dear boys, we are
Boys
wealthy.
and girls. They're-
And boys and girls, and children of all description, and we are wealthy travelers come from abroad. We don't bring gifts, but we have many connections to many far-off places, and I can promise you riches beyond your any beyond
Both shaking our heads. Visibly.
Yeah,
beyond your imagining.
He's telling the truth. Look at his scarf.
actually. It's good, it's good.
That
Hopes up.
boss of yours won't be your boss for very much longer. You help us get him out of this town, and I will promise you the world.
Yeah, okay, roll that.
Nice.
Charisma socialized. Difficulty is going to be 3. But
Can I read intentions based on the reaction to what he says?
what are you trying to find out?
Intimacies towards the boss.
Okay, go ahead. Nix, I should tell you.
Power?
Oh, sorry, he doesn't know your name. No.
He doesn't.
Niece, I should tell you. That sounds like Nix, yes. Nah. In here is the food that's going to keep this town alive for the next week. I've taken the liberty of poisoning 1/3 of it. Only I know which ones are poisoned. So, take me out.
I guess it wasn't this tomato. Da, 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 da. I'm dead.
Roll it. 1 out of 3.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what a bastard.
You see, a man in my position needs to take certain precautions, even against
No one.
pissants like you.
You do realize that this whole time I was working for you, the only reason you still got a cut at the end of the day is because of Minute?
Too bad he's one of the anathema now.
He was the one yapping away at my heels saying, "Oh, the boss will be so proud of this take. Oh, I can't wait to see how proud he is of us." Do you realize how long ago I would have turned on you if it wasn't for him? I'm trying to increase the guilt that he feels from a minor to a major.
Okay. Okay. I
Instill
like
that,
that. He's going to defend with an intimacy of his own.
All right.
So I'm going to have you roll. You have a penalty of 1.
Okay.
It's the principle
It's the difficulty
I
that
care
changes,
about.
not your
nothing.
dice.
Okay.
So,
And
Great.
what shall I roll with this
Money.
one?
so you're going to roll. I mean, you're definitely not trying to be very charismatic here. So you're rolling your manipulation, and I'm going to say that this is really more presence than socialize.
Baller.
So it's a manipulation presence. Your difficulty here is going to be 3.
Okay. 7 successes. Aragorn, I love these dice. Love these dice.
So his lower lip starts to tremble somewhat. He was an idiot. He was never going to do anything for either of us, ever.
So you sold your only ally? Because that's the best kind of ally.
I already told you.
The one who loves you unconditionally.
Criminals.
He would have worked for you for free.
Are you still holding the...
Yeah. And now you've sold him right into the realm's hands. How long do you think before they break him? And find out all your little secrets? How long before they realize that he's a better asset than you are? Because he's loyal.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I do. I spent more time with Minute than you ever did.
He's probably dead.
I hope for your sake he is.
Cold as ice.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
That's nice. Cold as ice.
Cold.
Galen.
Next.
Cold as Nix. Very nice. Greg will one of the Nix.
Oh, but you know one thing he loved just as much as he loved you? This town.
Little town. That Minute loved so.
He's just like huge eyes.
Waiting
loves
for
everything.
one day he'll get
Yeah.
to go back to his town.
Yeah. I imagine when he rises high enough in the ranks of the realm's army, he'll want nothing more than to come back here. He'll be powerful by that point. He'll have clout, probably have an entourage, an army of his own. What will he be coming home to, Uncle?
The realm will deal with you. I know they will. And I hope you choke on every last bit of barley that I've managed to poison. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Which third is poisoned?
Not this time. I won't be shown up by you.
You're going to tell me, or I will force feed each piece to you, one by one, and we're going to find out together.
And then all the food would be gone.
It's worth it, guys. Come on.
You just cut to like 2 weeks in the future. He's huge and dead. Like,
Everyone's like, looks like meat's back on the menu. Oh, God, it's disgusting.
No one
so
will
sorry.
know.
okay,
a
so
real roller
this is
coaster.
straight up an intimidate, a threat. and
This
action.
is correct.
So this threat and action is going to be manipulation presence.
All right.
I'm going to give you an automatic success and 2 extra dice.
Thank
you can
you.
regain a willpower if you spent any.
Okay. You said an automatic success, 2 extra dice. Okay.
Difficulty is still 3. And you have Tiger's Dread Symmetry.
Yeah, I applied that. Okay, so that's 4, but I get to roll up to 3 non-successes.
Oh boy.
Well, that's 6 successes.
Okay. He spends a point of willpower, but he starts shouting, "Guards! Guards!"
The children.
And the kids look at each other.
Do you
say
want to
that-
know?
Yeah, I do.
Everyone, these dice, let me tell you. I mean, I spent 2 willpower, but I got 10 successes.
Wow,
So
Maui!
you can spend 1 willpower.
Do you hear
It's
the
one
people sing?
willpower per round. But that means 9 successes.
Okay, cool.
And you can put a willpower back in
I
your...
will. It was one of these like ones that I got.
Oh,
from
one of the magical
One of the
ones.
magic ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 9 successes.
Do you
Run and tell everyone in the village.
I want you to tell. I don't want to be rich. Just help everybody else here. Help everyone else. And they turn and the little boy goes, "We have to do this. We got to do this for everybody else there. We're going after the boss today." And they turn and they start marching towards the tent.
Oh,
I'm going
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
we're going. Oh god, we're going. No, let us take this,
The
kid.
tent
Yeah.
flap opens and this army of children walks in.
Who the fuck are you?
So there are 6 kids.
Oh, God.
They're all holding rusty-looking weapons. They do not look terribly intimidating, at least not to, the chosen.
And we're right behind.
Kill her.
Go home, kids. Can't you see we're having a private conversation?
Nix.
What? And shut the, that's my name,
No,
man.
it's good. It's good.
Okay.
I think these children should probably join this particular conversation. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean,
I think they might have something to say.
Well, it's funny because the boss over here was just about to tell me which third of the food is poisoned.
Poisoned food.
It's all that I have.
Tell us. Or the next one you see will be Minute, and he won't be very happy.
Each of the kids takes their weapons and then just tosses them in a pile in front of you.
Clank.
Clank, 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 clank.
One of them snaps.
Oh, man. That's sad.
Never.
Bite. It's an apple.
You're just trying to.
Yeah, I'm shoving an apple in his
Just like-
mouth, man. I'm doing
some
it.
apple.
I'm doing it. Ooh, actually, River Jade, cut everything here in half. Bring it to me, one at a time. Now.
okay.
Nix, I don't
I
think we
grabbed-
should do this.
I just use my hammer, I guess.
He eats the apple that you're smashing into his
Great.
face, and he spits it into yours.
Okay. I'm gonna punch him in the face, toss the apple into a pile, and reach for the next one.
Which is this one?
I don't know. What
It's
she cut?
an asparagus.
It's half an asparagus.
I hate asparagus.
Nix, stop this.
No.
He knows he is outnumbered. There is no one here for him anymore.
2/3 of this food is still good, and it's going to the town.
Yes, but should we waste all of it in the process of getting it there?
Either he tells us this way or another way, but either way, he's going to tell us
Promise
the
me
truth.
you'll let me go. I'll tell you every single one that's poisoned. No fooling, but promise me you'll let me go.
You will distribute the food fairly and often to the townspeople. You will say nothing of our presence to the realm. We will be back frequently to check on you. If not us, then one of our agents. How does that sound, Uncle?
Oh, damn. Sounds like you're getting off pretty easy.
Yes, it really does, actually.
That is my version of letting you go. And trust me, it is far kinder than what every bone in my body wants to do.
I just
leave it.
take one of the
I don't want to be here.
one of the rotten looking fruits.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's at least one in
Yeah,
every bunch.
probably. Bruised and.
Yeah. And I just put it on the table and I smash it.
So you just straight up hammer.
Yes.
Okay, so you Gallagher a water.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fine! Fine! Is that what you want? To destroy this family and everything that we built for
Swear
it?
to it.
What the hell does that make a difference? Fine, I swear. I swear that I'll distribute the food
There's
fairly to
someone
everybody.
here who could perhaps.
God, funny you
don't.
mention that. I hereby sanctify this oath.
I can't just. Oh my
I declare
I hereby.
So you don't technically have to say it. I mean, you can.
Oh, okay.
You just have to push your. It's your anima that'll do it. So you just have to push the essence and spend the willpower.
Do it.
I have willpower to spend.
You do.
This willpower.
So it's 10 essence. So you can either spend it using your personal, in which case
Right.
you won't
Yeah,
know,
so it's
or your
one
peripheral,
willpower.
in which case you totally will.
So you should probably spend it in this
Sure.
pool.
Maybe we'll just...
Or we just kill him.
Wait, whoa.
We're about to promise.
Nobody-
We're about to swear that we won't kill him, and this is going to be sanctified, so shit will go down.
We won't kill him, but what I do propose, before I sanctify this...
Mid-sanctification, yeah, okay, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's fine. We can negotiate the
My oath
terms.
was pretty good.
it's wonderful.
Learned
He's
from
an
last
craftsman.
time.
If we let him go, we should probably ensure that he does, I think, tend to have a loose tongue.
I said he will say nothing of this to the realm.
And
that
Or
he will
anyone.
deliver the food that is not poisoned to the people.
You'll distribute the unpoisoned food fairly and frequently.
So the current terms of the agreement is, okay, I will distribute the food fairly to the people. Fairly would include I'm not going to give you the poisoned food. It generally also means I will stop poisoning the food.
Implied.
It also says I won't tell anybody that you showed up.
Yep.
I won't tell anybody that you extracted this deal from me. In exchange, he's safe from harm from you.
Yes.
Okay, safe from harm is not the same thing as killing. I was just proposing like torture or maiming of some kind.
Safe from harm. Safe from harm would indicate like if you like pushed him or something, that's fine. But if you
No,
like
like
did
cut out his
permanent
tongue.
damage
Okay.
to him, that would
That's a
not be
problem.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be a
To be
problem.
clear.
I was going to suggest like cutting out his tongue, cutting off his hands.
No, we need his tongue working
Okay,
so we can
Andronicus.
assure the realm
Perform that.
how
Yes,
well
yes.
everything's going here.
She does make a point. If the realm shows up and they see this guy, he's just like, oh, I can't hear anything anymore. Like that would probably be a sign that somebody got
And
to
then they
him.
would raise the town to the ground.
And then we all put our heroes, folks, shirts on. And
All
we
right,
just go.
God, thank you for clarifying the terms of the contract. I hereby sanctify the oath. Here are my notes. Lovely doing business with
It's
you.
gonna be every time. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sanctified. Sorry, is that offensive? Sorry.
Down from hell.
I think we're good.
Julian, please.
I don't come by that honestly. I'm sorry. I have no right to do that.
You know, as Mr. says, you are so extra as Pellio.
Oh, everything is a production.
Yeah, sorry.
I love
Probably
it.
takes 10 minutes to describe things. It's the worst.
Can I like blink out of existence? At
So
this point? Get
the
out.
oath takes hold and his eyes grow wide.
So before you play that oath with weighted dice, I would think really carefully. Twice. I would think twice. Thanks, River Jade.
It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
That's right.
Nice, yeah.
And I step back. Remove my ring.
He looks crestfallen. He had finally this tiny little empire, and you just
Pissed all over it. Just squatted and went to town.
I almost fed him half a poisoned asparagus. You should count us all like. You smashed an apple to pieces.
It was a watermelon.
Oh, what?
That she
I just
smashed.
said
I thought it was an
I just
apple.
said a rotten fruit.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't-
fair.
One
I
of-
didn't give it a.
one of the kids who threw the sword on the ground walks up and he looks up at you and you recognize him. These are kids who have been playing on the streets in the port for the longest time. Well, you know, not the longest time. They're kids. They haven't been around that long. What was the name that they would know you as?
Ella.
You coming back?
And I look at my uncle. Oh, count on it.
You're great.
And I look at the kid.
I think I'll believe in you.
Don't believe in me, kid. But she like kind of chuckles.
And then he indicates like that, and like he sort of raises himself up to try to whisper in your ear. He's not quite tall enough to do so yet. I didn't tell them. None of us did.
I'm gonna just ruffle his hair. Not with the finger with the ring on it, of course. Really got to be careful with this. Sorry, guys.
Oopsie-doodle.
Timmy?
Again.
That's our name.
Timmy?
Oh no.
Well, looks like it's dinner time for all of you.
Probably should
We'll
wait
leave
until
you
it's
to it.
not poison.
Oh yeah, which part is safe to eat there, boss?
Anything that has an ash mark in the form of a cross. That's safe. If it has an ash mark and it only has 1 or 3 marks on it, it's not.
All right.
Oh, I start sorting food then,
And
based
the
on that
fruit
instruction.
that's on the table, it's all fine. I don't eat poison.
You just spout it. Great reunion, and uncle.
You destroyed this family. That's okay. She was better than you anyway.
Comes from your ex-guard, so you may want to listen.
Hey kids, want me to fix up these weapons for you?
I don't want to carry weapons. I don't want to be a guard.
Okay.
And then you see the boss sort of shuffle, and there's this like, I would like you to fix the weapons.
Yeah, I'm not fixing them for you.
The realm is going to come back. I might not say anything. But someone made this town like this.
And someone let it happen. One of them was me. You were another.
Was you?
Oh.
Well, Minute always followed you like a lost cat. I suppose it's only appropriate that he's paying for your crimes now. After all, you turned your back on me. Why wouldn't you turn your back on him?
Minute's smarter than he looks. That's why he followed me. I can return the favor. So I'm thinking it's a party tonight? You have a little extra food because you've been skimping on everybody else's portions, so
There isn't
Yeah.
enough food for a party.
a feast. I'm thinking a feast.
I poisoned a third of the food here. There
Oh, when's your
isn't
next
enough.
delivery?
Maybe not a feast, but you know.
Oh, I can go catch us some food. There will be a feast. And I get up, standing a little straighter, and I walk out.
Well, all right. I guess that's our cue to.
You're gonna make us rich, right?
Oh, yes. Rich in love.
Oh my god! What an I didn't say monetary good. What an asshole! That's amazing.
I'm just joking. If you work hard and do
Rich in dignity.
I'm so here for this.
you commit to something and you give it everything you've got, I think you can get there. Listen, we have liberated the people of Port Colon. Your
They,
mom.
they just turn and they start following Nick. And she goes,
Poor Colin.
I think it's pronounced Colin.
Sorry, what?
Colin.
I mean Colin. Ugh.
You can see how
They're
they
gone.
might be offended by
they're
that.
They
gone.
left.
Can I teach the kids
Never
to
mind.
set like snares and traps so they can catch some food for themselves too, and how to fish,
Floor 0, baby.
so they don't have to rely on the
Johnny.
boss?
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. The kids are relatively quick learners, and they seem like they're eager to do so. As they're doing that, you notice that there's some people who are coming out of the buildings. They're trying to repair them as best they can, but that they're poking their heads out and they're seeing you just looking at these kids, and they probably have smiles on their faces for the first time in a few weeks.
Hero Nix.
Nyx doesn't smile, but she's like not mean to the kids when
She's
she
like
teaches
ruffling
them,
hair,
which is
all
a really
over.
big deal.
Like, and only half of them fall over afterwards.
She's like really careful to only like pat them on the back with the non-poisoned hand. It's really nice.
I'm gonna take the weapons with me, the rested ones.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Nyx has gone to like Pied Piper all the kids out into the forest, which is super.
What are we going to use as
Adorable.
bait? Oh, I think 12 years old.
Oh my god. Come back, there are no kids. Well,
Pied Piper and
Lots
stuff.
of food.
it's like a
Does
chunk,
this
like a
smell like?
barracuda.
Yeah, no, okay, I'm good.
God. The fuck?
But I'm gonna.
The
I
woman
guess.
who greeted you earlier
Yeah, let's go back.
comes back out. What are you doing? Sorry?
Well, I was just going to take these two sort of to the square to see if there's anything we can help with, but I'm going to
Yeah,
talk
she
with them,
comes out
but
and she
she's going to speak to us,
approaches
yeah.
you. What happened?
Our friend is very persuasive.
We get to eat.
Yeah.
We'll rebuild. There'll be another port. But we don't have anyone left to do so. Some of us will manage, but we miss everyone else. I suppose it's just the way it is.
Do you have any idea of what direction everyone else traveled?
They were marching south.
There were no one said anything else. Okay.
But we've heard the stories. The realm needs its soldiers. It needs more. That's what they do. We were just lucky that they didn't cast their eyes on us until now. It must have been a woman. She had something stolen from her by someone that we hear was anathema.
And she brought the ire of the dragons here then.
We didn't have it. She kept insisting that we return whatever was stolen, but none of us had it. And so she said that if no one was willing to return it, then I guess that was on all of us to pay the price. She said it was more valuable than every life in this entire town, but that she would take half because she was fair.
What went missing that possibly could have been worth half the lives in this town?
I don't know.
That's okay.
She refused to tell us.
I might. Maybe we'll be able to figure it out at some point.
This woman, what did she look like? Did you know her name?
Her name was Lady Rain.
She looked like Super Dad.
Okay. Why don't you go collect some of that food for your house?
Yeah. Hey, who's that one over there? She indicates towards Pellio.
Are you with us?
I'm
Are you standing?
no, I'm like aloofly standing off in a corner.
He's nearby. He's just like, I wonder how I could
Singing
stand
another
here disaffected and yet.
It's just smoking.
Yeah, exactly. He's coy. Yeah, he knows they're talking about him, but
I've seen him before.
You have.
Yeah. Yes, he's a magnificent actor.
I walk over.
That's true.
You were.
Yeah, we can't argue.
I saw you the last time that I spent time in Nexus.
At the Crucible Theatre. 3 years ago.
4?
Oh, yes, you. You saw that.
What are you doing here?
Oh, life tends to take an actor onto many different divergent paths that he never anticipates.
We don't have a theater here anymore. It's gone.
You don't have a theatre.
We don't have any
Yet.
actors anymore. They're gone. I don't hear that actors make very good soldiers.
Perhaps not.
They take direction well, but
Some better than others.
there's a lack of motivation.
I'm sensing that I'm in the presence of somebody who has acted themselves. You have a familiarity with the nomenclature of the theatre. You speak of motivation. You speak of amateur dramatics, perhaps?
Hey, I have an idea. This town could probably use some cheering up. What if, Pellio, you put on a show for them?
I have one condition.
Of course you did.
Sorry.
I need a scene partner. And I will only act with you, River Jade. What do you say?
With me.
Yes.
You have seen my acting. Are you sure?
I've seen your acting, but more importantly, I've seen you fight. And acting is conflict.
Jesus, this is a master class here. Hang on.
The woman says, look, my name's Paul, and this is between y'all. Just steps.
And she rhymes. I love it.
Oh, God.
Okay. Sure.
I know of a well-known two-handed play. I believe we spoke of it before. The timeless tale of Lelo and Boffo.
That's right.
Oh, Christ.
So happy right now.
I will embody the role of Boffo once more for the town of Port Colon. Callan. Sorry,
You know what's great? You're asking her to do this, and she's just she's still got a chunk missing out of her cage.
She's got resistance 4.
It's true.
River Jade,
Presence.
I know
0.
that you're hurting.
Performance 0.
Perfect. Perfection.
All right, I'm down for this.
I sense your pain and your hurt. You need to infuse your performance with this pain. Channel it. Use it.
My physical pain.
Yes. Use it. And use it to fight me. With every line of dialogue, challenge me.
I'm fighting you with dialogue.
Provoke me. Act with me.
Can I use my hammer?
No. So, sorry. We will agree to put on a performance for the people of Port Colin, for the general good, for the welfare of these poor, besotted people.
Oh.
Besotted?
It would probably be best if everyone
Beleaguered,
was
thank you.
involved.
I got this.
I return with like a bunch of rabbits. Guys, we're eating tonight. Guys, I'm making shish kebab.
It's like meat's back on the menu, boy.
And I have like a bunch of non-poisonous mushrooms too for like a salad.
Oh,
or some
non-poisonous
shit.
mushrooms.
Oh, that's great.
I have
Because
to
I-
make the distinction.
Because I have to mention, you probably also harvested some poisonous mushrooms.
Yes, in my time, but I chose only the non-poisonous ones for this
You can tell the
feast.
difference.
I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Leaves of 3, let it be. Leaves of 4, eat some more.
I'm just gonna go over to the corner of the town square and like start making a bonfire.
Okay.
I go to Nyx as
What's
well.
happening?
Pellio and River Jade are going to put on a play. And I'm very excited.
This Layla Boffo thing?
Yeah, to
Oh.
rouse the spirits of the town and all the people who are here. Do you not think that's a good idea?
I think we're gonna need some alcohol.
Well,
Oh, she forgot how to laugh again. It's
She
tragic,
remembered
really.
for a second.
Only with the uncle. True laughter
I'm
came
not-
at his demise.
I'm not much of a brewer, but I can certainly make their costumes and try to find.
You're gonna make their costumes.
Well, they'll need something, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
And I have an idea
All right.
about the play as well.
Really?
Well, I'll run it by them first. Don't worry.
All right. Well, then I'll be in charge of the refreshments. She's like laughing a lot, and it's kind of disconcerting.
Nyx, that was your uncle.
In the flesh.
Why did you feel the need to shame him like that? Just destroy him, I mean.
Did you not see what I saw in the tent?
Yes.
Do you not think that he deserves to be shamed,
Very mu-
tortured,
very-
utterly destroyed? And
very-
I was being merciful, in fact. Oh, where's Hal? He'd be proud of me.
Somewhere on a ship, just a man crying. Oh God, they think this is mercy.
Well, the year was 17. I wish I was at Sherbrooke now.
I don't know. I don't think. Wouldn't it have been? I know it's not always possible, but wouldn't it have been better to help him see the error of his ways? How he would have been able to build a community instead of standing against it. Look, I don't know him like you do, but I just think that there must be another way other than, you know?
Ah, yes,
Okay.
other than
Five Paths, you know how ever since you've met me, I think you've figured out by now that I am in it for number one, and number one is me.
I've observed that, yes.
Who do you think made me like this?
Oh,
Some people don't change. Some people only look out for themselves. So you just bind them to an oath that they will be destroyed if they break, and make a feast with the non-poisoned food they've been hoarding. Sometimes that's all you can do.
you like fucking skinning rabbits in
No,
this
well, I
conversation?
was, and now
Okay,
I'm
okay.
slicing mushrooms
Oh,
for the
nice,
salad.
that's great.
I'm gonna saute them a little bit, put them some leafy greens.
This might
Nyx is a really good cook. She has survival 3.
It's definitely what cooking. That's definitely what you roll for cooking.
She can't make bread, but she can make a damn good game stew.
This might sound crazy, but I think that if everyone has access to the same power that flows through the world, this essence, then can't anyone do anything if they can channel it properly? Can't anyone be anything?
How long do you think it would have taken to change his mind? To make him see the error of his ways, to make him a benevolent ruler of this town?
I didn't say that, and I don't know. Probably longer than we had.
We don't have time. Sometimes you have to take the path of least resistance.
I give her one of these.
Sometimes it is the
Love some good
destination,
wordplay.
and the journey doesn't really matter because you get to the same place no matter what. In your scenario, the town prospers. In my scenario, the town prospers.
I think we're going to have wanted him on our side when the realm comes back.
He will be on our side. He just won't be happy about
Not
it.
by choice.
Exactly. And sometimes fear is a more appropriate weapon. Sometimes being smart and canny and cunning is a more appropriate weapon.
At least let me see what I can do to help the people of Port Colin see that they can take their fate into their own hands.
Please.
I also think I have to roll limit.
Oh no.
For what?
Well, someone remains ignorant in the face of my knowledge and
Council?
learning.
Oh yeah, roll 4 dice.
Yeah. I feel pretty strongly about that.
Game of limit.
The game of limit.
There's 3 successes.
Okay.
Join me in limit, my friend.
So like a dark storm cloud passes over pass face, but then it's gone and he's just like blank again. I'm kidding. 5 bats, are you okay?
Do it, 5 pounds.
All right, I will.
Do it.
Kill me. I will. And I hope that there's enough of that stew left for all of us. I'd like to try some. Okay, I'm leaving. Okie dokie. So I'm going back to these 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should probably let people on the ship know it's okay to.
It's a fucking plane.
Should we let people on the ship know? Nah.
They have nowhere to dock.
No, but we can bring the boats back to them. I can row them here.
We need to rehearse. Let's send one of the boys to tell the ship that they can come ashore.
Why don't
Maybe
you
the
come
one who
with
can
me?
walk
We
on
can
water should
rehearse.
just run over.
Playing with the boys.
She says, sauteing mushrooms in the
The
corner.
boys and girls. The boys, the young children. I didn't mean to be gender specific there. So what do you say? I know the lines off by heart.
Right.
I can write yours out
Okay.
and copy them out onto a piece of paper.
In river speak?
Unfortunately not.
What about
it's-
low realm?
No.
Okay, I will not be able to read it.
Well, if you read it phonetically and imbue
I don't-
the language with all of the vim and vigor which you employ when you are striking people over the head with your hammer, I believe that we can elicit quite a powerful performance from you.
Sorry, is river speak still on the table? Can it be on the table?
Unfortunately, Lelo and Boffo has been written in a dialect of Ice Tongue, a little-known dialect of Ice Tongue, which I learned phonetically for the purposes of the role.
Do you know ice
Do
tongue?
you speak any?
Sky tongue, which I think is the like sort of general sort of language of the north.
Right.
If you can speak this play to me,
Yes.
I will copy it down, and I wonder if I might make a few alterations. Not to your lines. I wouldn't want to mess up what you've already learned.
In the original text, with the original language. Would you like me to recite it for you?
Yes, I think I can do that. I think I can. I don't have like strange tongue understanding or anything. Unfortunately, damn it, I was going to buy that. But I think based on what I know of the language of Sky Tongue, I'll be able to relate the sounds in such a way that I can produce a piece of writing and translate it simultaneously into River Speak.
Right.
What do you think,
This
John?
is a lot of effort
What I
that
would
you guys are going to put
Well,
this play on, which I have to say, like, I adore. It's like deep-seated within me. And at the same time, I've given you, like, the ability of demigods.
Well, so what I would like to do, bear with me here, is in translating and like copying, and I would, take my time to sort of write it out. I would like to alter the text so that, oh boy. I would like to alter the text so that there is a thematic line to do with like underdogs fighting back against sort of a power like the realm. You know what I mean? If I knew the plot of
Now,
this play,
that-
Lalo and Buffo,
It's something else. Go ahead. I like this.
like
So,
linguistics,
from
or-
my recollection,
oh Jesus,
Jawa Kinoa Lelo. Jawa
I'm just
Kino
gonna roll it while this is going. Is that okay?
Pato Nawakine. Jumano. Jumano Nasiwe Bofo. Is a rough approximation of the line opening the play.
I'm like-
I hope that is helpful for you.
I'm like
or anyone.
weeping like openly. I'm like already like tearing up a little bit at this performance. What do you think?
So,
Jumanji.
Also what I
so
heard.
that's going to be,
Yeah. What do you think?
it's going to be intelligence linguistics.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you a level 2 on that one. So that's two dice and an automatic success and regaining your willpower if you haven't spent it. Tough shit.
I have. All right.
Are you
I
spending
regained it.
some linguistics modes here?
I am.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I care. If I'm just like I'm anathema. I probably care. I care for now, so I'm gonna spend from my personal pool.
So, are you essentially are you attempting an inspire action with this?
Yeah. Like. Yeah, feeling, yes, exactly. I'm attempting to write into the play an inspire action, which would be to, inspire hope. And maybe even, if I can, and instill action, instill in them a minor tie of admiration for well, no, I'll let the performers do their acting here. A minor tie of admiration for the Solar Exalted?
So you're looking to
shit.
inspire in them hope. Okay.
Yeah, let's maybe just
And by definition, hope
Springs Eternal. Yep, sorry, go.
dangles on a string,
Oh, I haven't heard that song in ages.
winding in and winding out. Shine of witches caught
No, I already have a
Pellio's
success.
eye
No, I'm spending.
and rendered him so. Just roll the damn dice.
Yeah, I'm going. I have a lot of successes coming here, guys. Trust me. 0. Here we go.
Whoa, I see some zeros.
I see some zeros too.
This is going to be a wonderful production.
I mean, I hope so.
I'm
Is
just
that a thing?
excited for River Jade's roll.
I'm
3, 4.
very excited.
9 successes.
What's your pool gonna be when you roll, John?
I mean, you're supposed to roll the hour and stuff, but like.
We'll find out.
Okay, so 9 successes there.
I'm making mini kebabs that like people
What?
can eat on sticks while
What?
they watch the play.
Could I possibly, could I instill an intimacy of self-belief in River Jade? Is that could I
You can try, yeah.
Yeah.
try to like self-belief in one's acting ability? Can I do
Yeah,
that?
You can absolutely try that. Now,
That's very sweet.
you are attempting to instill an intimacy in yourself.
Yep.
So,
This is amazing.
what? I
Absolutely.
mean, like, I'm actually kind of here for it.
Yeah?
Like,
Does she become an actor?
I mean, no,
No.
because you still don't have any performance, but intimacy in yourself, that's possible.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, is you're gonna attempt to do this. So you can attempt to resist this if you wish.
I mean, my resolve is 2 and my guile is 0.
Yeah, I know, but
So
you can attempt. It's resolve here. He'd be acting against your resolve.
it's not really against anything that
Okay.
I stand for. So
You succeed then,
Oh.
straight up.
Okay.
Just because of that. So you now have a minor intimacy of confidence. Is that what you wanted to put?
Self-belief, but I'll settle for self-confidence as well.
I mean, yeah, you don't need to settle. You can say
RJ could use a bit of that. I think.
Unshakable belief in your abilities.
Can I roll?
Hey.
Self-confidence in my acting ability?
Yes. In your performance abilities generally.
Okay, so it's confidence in her ability to perform.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
So
mean she'll do a good
confidence
job.
in ability to perform.
Yes.
You now have a minor
Interdisciplinary
intimacy of this.
section.
I totally put it on 5 paths sheet because I'm bad.
Can I have it too?
5 paths.
To be, oh well. You know, actually, if you think about being for a moment, he just wanders off stage.
Oh my god.
Sits under a tree alone, does his hair up,
But
forgets about the audience.
yikes.
Okay, sorry.
So yep, there it is. It's now
Oh my god.
on your sheet as ability to perform confidence.
And you've given us our script.
I mean, it's a dramatic action. It's probably
It's-
going to take some time.
I
but
see.
I
Okay.
will speed
So,
it by
it's-
spending some more modes.
So you're preparing food.
Actually.
You're preparing the script. You're preparing River Jade.
Yeah.
What is River Jade doing?
Building the stage.
I mean, River Jade's still thinking about the people on the ship who are waiting for our call on what to do.
They're not really waiting on your call.
No? Okay.
They're just waiting for their rowboat back.
Yeah, I want to bring that back to them.
So when you row back out to the ship, Hal greets you.
Memorize these lines. No way.
What happened?
Well,
Why did they send the injured one to bring back the rowboat?
I came of my own accord.
Okay.
There was a person who was controlling the food supply in the town, but I think we helped him realize that he should be a bit more.
Did you help him by rearranging his brain matter?
No. We didn't
That
kill
was a
him.
start.
So,
Actually, yeah. It's funny. Yeah.
So he's still alive.
yeah. I mean, he's kind
Thank
of.
me for small mercies.
Thank you.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything.
Okay. You just said thank me for small mercies, so
It's
I.
an expression.
Okay, I don't know of it. I wanted to bring back the rowboat so you guys could come to shore if you wanted to. We're putting on a play.
We can't make dock here. Your mast is going to get us to another port. We'll head there instead.
Okay,
I'll take you back to the shore, though.
all right.
He gets in the rowboat, and as he starts to row you back, why these three? Is it self-preservation or something else?
I think there's more to them than perhaps some of them let on. And maybe a bit of self-preservation as well.
I suppose that spring's eternal. Are you all right?
Yeah. I mean, I have to perform tonight, so that's a new thing. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll knock him dead. And the boat scrapes on the shore.
Hopefully, metaphorically, not literally.
Generally, when one uses metaphors, we don't have to explain it. It's
Right.
You might not want to do that on stage.
Okay.
Your entire performance is going to be a metaphor. You don't need to then say, "No, I'm River Jade. I'm just an actor." Except not really. I'm not an actor. He is. I'm roped into it.
I just lean over and I give him a hug.
Oh,
He hugs you back. Be good. I don't know what that means to you. Honestly, sometimes I don't know what it means to me either. But of the ones that I helped, the ones that I truly helped, I like to think that all of them had the capacity of being good. The difference is I know you do. And I think you might be able to help them see it too.
Hope so.
I know I said that you'd see me again, which means that I've technically fulfilled my prophecy.
Maybe another time.
Yeah. If we're both lucky. And he starts to row.
I'd like that. I'll miss you.
You have friends.
So do you. It's me. I'm your friend. Sorry, am I explaining things again?
It's okay this time. And the boat just continues
Oh
to
my God.
go back to the ship.
Wow.
I head back. I make sure he gets on the ship first, and then I head back.
I want you to both roll your performances for me.
Just performance.
Well, no, it's going to be paired with your charisma or your appearance, depending on which one you really want to go for.
Appearance is more important for Lelo than it is for Buffo, I think. Generally speaking, in conventional casting.
I mean, she does have, she's very charismatic. Like
Yes.
I feel River Jade is like her
Yeah,
personality.
no, my appearance is 2. My charisma is 4, so
Yeah.
I'm going
Nice.
with-
Although I appreciate that.
Let's lean on the old silver tongue.
Yeah. same here, man. Same,
So I'll have you
All
roll.
so ugly compared to 5 bats.
Here's the thing. We're really hoping that Pellio is going to be the one to sell this, right? So you're going to roll first, and we'll see how much he might have to make up for it, but maybe he won't. Go ahead.
Okay. I got 1.
Okay. So
Got 1.
she's got her lines.
Okay.
Now bring it home.
So it's performance charisma?
It is performance charisma. I'm going to give you 2 extra dice.
For this ridiculous
For
idea.
the whole
Truly
production.
The thing is, if you manage to succeed at this, your difficulty is going to be 3. Then you're going to correctly put forward the instill and the inspire that you're hoping.
Okay.
And if you botch, they're going to run you out of town on a rail.
Which, to be fair, I would be pretty happy.
There's no truth in your buffalo.
Just running after. Is this always what it's like?
Just got like bags on sticks, you know what I mean?
Surprisingly.
There's poisoned tomatoes being flung at us left and right.
They got acid in them. Oh my God, my face!
I mean,
No stakes in your
so
buffalo.
well so far with acting. This could be the moment he botches everything.
True, yeah. I mean, I've spent enough motes to hopefully... Oh, before I do any of that,
Yeah.
Oh,
masterful performance. 1 auto success and re-roll on a perform action if I get a 1.
how much does that cost?
2 motes.
Yeah.
No
So-
botching.
Right, and I'm spending
How many did you spend to add dice to your pool?
3 motes
And which ones did
of
you
the
spend?
peripheral.
So if you spend
5
the
motes
one,
of your peripheral.
then you're going to start to
You'll-
glow.
I
may want
will
to-
spend the motes from
I
this.
mean,
Yep.
All right.
Go for it.
wouldn't
Thank
it be
you for
cool?
helping
Never
me.
mind. Okay.
I mean, like at the very end, if you're just like, love the solar.
and people are like, wow.
dramatic.
Wait, what?
This is the best show I've ever seen.
The
Holy
effects
shit.
are incredible.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
5 paths backstage with
Here's
like,
my auto
oh my
success.
God, it's like in
This is so
Ember
exciting.
Island
Oh
Players,
my
he's that guy.
God.
Okay, all right.
Your mermaid dice, Ergwem.
I should put in that the entire town is coming out to see this.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thing, I made a lot of kebabs.
We're gonna
So
bring
many kebabs.
So many of them.
we're gonna bring your young adults home.
The kids,
hopefully.
I've like rigged them up with those hilarious little like tray things on straps so they can go around and be like, get your kebabs.
Are they
roll
striped?
Pick them up. What?
Are they striped?
Yes, of course.
All right, let's find out just how
With blood.
masterful
With
this
blood.
Of animals.
7 successes.
It's pretty masterful, man.
Not my finest work, but
You were rushed.
I was
And
rushed.
River Jade.
Difficulty of
Yeah.
No, none taken.
So-
She's terrible.
So a couple of notes here
Hold on, take
for all of you. The first is that I think this might be the first time that I have a player in one of my games who is trying to be an exemplar at his actual profession.
It's true.
When I said that the entire town comes out, I was being facetious to a degree. About a quarter of the way through your performance is when the entire town starts to filter in. The messages are different. It's subtle in some ways, masterful in others. But at the end of the play, there's a moment of stunned silence. The first person who starts clapping, however, isn't from Port Callan at all. But we might have to find out more about that person next session.
What?
I repeat.
Well, I'm not from.
Wait,
Port
okay,
Callan.
wait, okay, hold on, wait, just like, before we start the after party, Scott.
Yeah.
How long have we been role playing together?
A long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Years.
You know, yeah, like beyond even streaming, we've been role playing together for like a decade
Yeah,
at
at this
least.
point, that sounds about right. Actually.
Okay, when have I ever not ended a session
I
on
know.
at least the slightest bit of a cliffhanger if I possibly can?
Solo SC brings up an excellent point, though. How much do I have to cheer to be told who it is?
I mean, like we've established already that I'm a whore. Now I'm just haggling on price.
Ding dong.
It's going to be up to you, audience. We've got a decision point to make. What was the single most defining moment of this session? It's going to be up to you to throw your suggestions out there in the chat. Our lovely and wonderful crew, which is, you know, Julian and all the others at Beanduck, not Kate. She's not here. Here. Are going to compile your answers, and they're going to have us vote on this decision point. However, in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, let's find out what you learned. We're going to start with River Jade. Or with Jess, you know, it's either one.
Can we come back for a moment? I just need a moment to digest.
Scott.
I learned that 5 paths limit trigger, which I thought was quite like narrow. Nope. Actually applies a lot because basically it's anytime someone's like, no, you're wrong, I'm right. I'm like, oh no. Oh, I'm so mad. Just this, and this, I learned about the stubbornness of Nyx. Also the heroism of Nyx. Also the stubbornness and
heroism of Nyx.
of the whole party.
The stubborn heroism of Nyx sounds like a Chaucer sort of.
Sounds like an erotic novel.
Real Brickwall brings up a good
I
point.
do not want to
There was no special achievement, but there are normal achievements to be gained. Let's see what those are. Amir.
Acting again after it had been a while, and you know, shaking off the cobwebs. You know, there was a bit of rust in the machinery, but
Successes, a bit
yeah.
of
Been a while.
it's been a while. But you know, renewed his lust for life because he'd been really like he'd been dark, he'd been in a bad place, and just you know, living in the sort of the fiction of a piece of theater. Just it really did it for him, and he feels a lot happier. He feels like he's doing a little bit better. And gosh darn it, he really loved acting with River Jade.
Oh.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe that one of your defining intimacies is I will sacrifice anything to act again.
It is.
Oh my
You didn't have
god.
to sacrifice anything.
Well, a lot of
okay, sure,
time
yeah.
and
I mean, like,
true.
but just wait, like 4 sessions in, it'll be like, you want to die, motherfucker? And they're like, no, kill her because I need.
No.
I'm gonna come back to you because I'm
Yeah.
keeping Nick's last because I'm like that.
I learned that she genuinely has a bit more confidence about herself and her abilities, like outside of her confidence in acting that's been really instilled, but less questioning
Well, you
of
got some
how
stuff
she
done.
does. Yeah, getting the cannon fixed, getting the sail fixed, getting the show going.
I mean, if you hadn't fixed
Single-handedly
that
saved
sail,
our asses
like,
several
there's,
times.
there's a certain amount of like, oh well, I guess we're all just gonna die. Oh, we have River Jade
Yeah.
All right.
She's feeling a bit more confident.
with the assist from Zeppelin Boy over here.
We'll get to the Zeppelin one day, but
One day I'll fly
Hey,
too.
man.
All right.
I folded
Limpy
the
boy.
thing and just kept it with
Yeah.
me. I thought it was
This
a
was
pretty
pretty
drawing.
cool, I guess. One with the two of us with like friends written. I kept that.
One day.
Nyx had no intimacies towards Port Colin specifically or to Minute, and the only intimacy she had towards her family was disgust. And now I've written a note, add an intimacy for Port Colin and Minute, because it took her returning to just go like suddenly feel like I let this happen and I have to fix it. Like I just have to. So yeah.
So Mistrich is pointing out here. I just want to say all four of you did excellent this session. There was no play of the game because I think all of you shined this time.
That's so nice.
I like how he says all four of you.
Well, it's implied that you knocked it out of the park.
You
Oh,
always knock it
you
out of the
mean?
park.
Oh, I see.
I'm not talking
Wow,
about you.
that's. Oh boy. Oh, right in the heart. Oh God.
I'm allowed to get decision point too.
I know.
Danny boy.
Oh, daddy boy. Show mercy. We're still collecting these decision points. I'm just going to ask you guys a question here.
Yarp.
What is being a hero?
Oh man, it's heavy.
I mean, is it? We've had the joke. Heroes, folks. And I imagine that we'll probably hear that joke several more times in the course of this. But
If we're doing our jobs right.
lately you've been actually taking selfless acts as opposed to selfish ones.
I think that's what it is. I think it's making someone's life better even when there's nothing in it for you.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, it's heroic to also not sacrifice anything to reach your goal, not to compromise in any way, to like figure out what you want and where you want to go and to get there and to do it. You know, that's kind of a heroic thing to do. I mean, you know.
Okay.
In a sense.
you know.
No, I don't disagree. I think I gotta.
Thank you, Miss Rich.
I think I have to agree with Liz in the sense that like, if you're totally alone, can you do something heroic? Unless it's in the service of another person? I don't know. I'm not sure. If you were to be somehow totally like isolated from everybody else. Although I will say today, I also learned that you can do something heroic in a way that is not heroic. In my opinion.
Okay.
That's how I feel. So,
That's how you feel about what Nyx did?
no comment. Also, yes.
Jess?
Yeah, I kind of agree with everything that's been said. I would also add to that, but what was my point?
Oh no.
I would also say that it comes with doing things like outside your comfort zone too, on top of what's been said. Like in order to do a selfless act, doing something that perhaps puts you in a place where you feel maybe a bit shaken by like being outside yourself.
Our decision
Yourself out
point.
there.
Sorry. Our decision point vote is up. Five Paths gets spanked by a 13-year-old girl.
Okay, all right, cool.
Nyx does the heroic thing in a Nyxian way and saves the town from the boss's greed. Or Pellio is the greatest actor in all the world, a boffo for the ages.
A boffo for the ages. That's amazing.
Well done.
You know, a hero is defined, right? Like, I actually have the dictionary definition
Yeah.
in front of me right now. A hero is a hero sandwich. or the bread or roll used in making a hero
Oh, okay.
sandwich.
Hang on, I think there's more definitions in there somewhere, John. I think we
Or
gotta-
the principal male character in a story, play, film, etc. Heroine would be the principal female character. But in this particular case, a hero or a heroine is a person noted for courageous acts or nobility of character, or a person who, in the opinion of others, has special achievements, abilities, or personal qualities, and is regarded as a role model or ideal. And I don't agree with those.
Damn.
We often hear that heroes are people like, people who have chosen dangerous jobs, or people who, when they were confronted with a situation that was very difficult, they managed to come out on the other side. I've heard people who are ill be described as heroes because they attempted to get past their illness. And I've heard people being called a hero because they picked up the lunch tab.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, honestly, we're all actors, we know this shit.
Yeah.
You're paying for lunch? Oh shit.
Damn, wow, what a hero.
You are a hero in my books.
The thing that I'm actually curious
there's two
about
heroes
after
on
asking you this is that at some point I'm going to ask this question of you again. Because your characters aren't necessarily heroes by any definition but your own. And that's kind of the part that really interests me. Because we're starting to see that there is some compassion in there. That there is some life. But heroism is it's different. Aragorn says, I will say that Nyx had the opportunity to be heroic today, which I believe she was, in something that was not a possible lose situation for her at the start of the game. She could have left PC behind after seeing it burned and probably wouldn't have really thought twice. She chose to act, but it wasn't at the price of anything of her own. Until she acted heroically, I would suggest that she would have considered what happened her killing Boss and sailing past equally good options. So I'm not sure. So it looks like our decision point is ready to be announced, and it is. We got a last minute vote in there.
Oh, phew.
It's Nyx does the heroic thing in a Nyxian way. So, I can't say that that's a huge surprise, but at the same time, I have a feeling like there's an action that was taken in this game that's going to make a bigger difference down the road. But that doesn't take anything away from these four. You know what the other good thing is about heroism? Heroism is running a stream for the entertainment of the masses.
Oh, wow.
And that means that the good, fine people at Beanduck are all heroes.
It's true.
Yeah, I should.
But it means that there are streams tomorrow. Or stream tomorrow.
There is a stream tomorrow.
I hear Depth of Field is still...
Depth of Field, 9 p.m.
And on Wednesday we've got Cosplay Cave.
At 6:30.
Have you been watching those streams? Because they are fascinating as hell. Like, Depth of Field just, is this deep dive into everything storytelling, which is, of course, going to appeal to me.
Sure.
But Cosplay Cave is also just this great kind of look at a scene that, we've all seen photos or we've been to conventions and seen cosplayers, but, there's some really cool shit in there. Definitely worth checking out. Sadly, no friend requests this week, but... we do get those other two streams, which we get to look forward to, but we also get to look forward to another stream here next Monday.
Experience? Can I be that guy?
Oh, your experience. Fuck.
Can I just ask real quick?
My outro!
I ruined it. I ruined everything. I'll see you next week for another experience.
Here's the thing. It's difficult sometimes to resist that urge to be the edgelord, to be the one who's just like, I'm going to do the crazy kind of cool badass thing because I can. And there was an opportunity that was given to Nyx to subvert authority, which is exactly what a Nightcast is supposed to do. Which means that you all aided in this. That's 2 solar experience for all of you.
Hey.
Including me?
All of you, yes.
Wow.
I'm almost.
Oh, no, it's
My
all good.
silver experience?
We're going to
Okay.
talk about that after. You're getting it. Don't worry. You're getting silver experience, but this shit's complicated.
Okay.
You betcha.
And then the usual XP.
5 is
Right.
always, you'll always get 5 experience for a session here.
Until we hit Essence 2 and John's like, whoa, pump the brakes, pump the brakes.
No, it's 5. Like that's the
Oh, it is
that's
the
the
thing,
default
eh?
for sessions. Now I could change it if I really wanted
Sure,
to.
but like,
But I don't. For now, I don't feel the need. For now, I don't feel the need. Do feel the need to thank our crew once again. To thank all of you for tuning in. To thank Aragorn especially for sub-bombing the fuck out of this place.
And for
the
these.
dice.
dice,
Yeah.
Gwen. You're the best.
So, I mean, that all being said, like this was fun for me. Thank you.
What a party.
Thank you, John.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Ever since I put that in LARPs, people thank me for being a GM. No one ever did until. Ugh.
It just took you.
So you
She
made
was
it a
the
line
first.
I had to say. Yeah.
We'll see you next time. I mean, like it's
Yeah.
it's decent though, right? Like the she's a decent person. Finally.
It's true,
I
right?
mean, I mean, are you okay with being decent? Is that the sort of thing that you're okay with?
Bye.